Good
Hi,
to go.
Craig. Now recording. Yeah. Okay. So let the music kind of pick up here a little bit. So, Brian, you mentioned Tristan. Ironic, because our cutscene opens with a young blonde Tristan with his traveling leather clothes, his stowed weapons, a stuffed backpack full of tchotchkes, a few loose things hanging from his belt, and a walking stick. As he walks up a road just north of Roldez, he kind of pauses, turns, he looks out over the city of Roldez behind him, lets out a sigh, turns back toward the north, and begins walking. We kind of have a smash cut to Tristan walking through the small town of Fitchburg, which we've had scenes in this game before. So it would be familiar to the viewers, let's say, as he kind of waves and nods to a few folks. Another smash cut, we see him coming down the stairs in a tavern, tossing a coin to the barkeep, walking outside in a very small looking frontier town, probably North Point. Again, waving to a few people, speaking to someone as he turns north onto what is barely more than a path and begins to start heading into the steep northern mountains on his long trek north. And that is where the cutscene ends, but I love this track so much I just want to let it keep playing. Anyway, we'll we will cut to this region of the world, and we need less happy music. So before we start, was there anything you wanted to retcon from the last game? I know Chris had a few things he wanted to backtrack.
I
Right?
have
You want
some clarification questions.
okay?
They're more for Chris Near than anyone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
They're echoing, or somebody's.
hold on. I don't know what's going
I'm checking to see if it's bouncing off anybody else. It doesn't seem to be. Okay,
on.
go ahead.
Check. Is it just me? All right.
It might just be you. It might be voice mod or something echoing you or something.
I don't hear
But
it echoing anymore, but
okay. It's fine.
Scoot over
It was only when you got really loud.
I mean, I hear
Oh, you're
echo
good
on
now.
my side.
Okay, a little bit.
So, what does the group know of your Patreon?
As far as I'm aware, and it's been a while since we've been playing,
Yeah.
you've never been able to see her, and you've occasionally been on one side of his conversations with her, but most of the time I think it's been...
William tell us? Like, what does he tell us?
Oh, okay, all right. I'll back up. I'll shut up.
Well, William would tell you everything that he perceives, whether you would believe it or not, or what you would believe about it is up to you, but he would
know
tell
that you're
you
talking
everything.
to an imaginary, what we think is an imaginary little girl.
Yeah, and that he believes she is somehow tied to the source of his power, and that by kind of things she has done, like at that one island that was the summer home of, or vacation spot of one of the previous parties, there was some indication. I think there was some indication in the past adventures that she was somehow related to the Blessed Daughter, or beloved.
I would also mention that this campaign has taken place over, I think, about 4 years now. And while you guys have aged, his description of her has never wavered or changed. She's not growing up. She's just like a fixed being. But also, there's just the extra attention that he was getting from like Lady Lythe and Tristan and stuff like that seems to indicate there's something to it besides what you've actually The fact that he sometimes knows things that he shouldn't know.
Right, but he can cast spells.
Right, well, that too, yeah, that's a pretty obvious, yeah.
He doesn't
Yeah,
follow
yeah,
any
yeah.
traditional sense that would be able to cast spells.
Right.
Like he doesn't
And they're
have a
all
book.
divine spells, too, I think, mostly. Right?
What was that?
Celestial warlocks are mostly, like, divine spells, too.
Yeah, he does have Sacred Flame, Flame Strike, several healing spells, so. I mean, he does spend a lot of time at the
Spends a lot of time at the
Church
gym.
of the Beloved
Jim,
Daughter.
yeah.
who
Buff. Buff. Yeah, you were doing, like, a lot of help with the church, right? You have the healer feat, too, and things like that, right? Or do I...
Yeah, so I mean, it's possible he's an accidental cleric, maybe that.
Yeah, that just happens to speak to God directly.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not sure how meta one would get with different stats because he does not have wisdom, so to speak, despite seeming like a cleric.
Right.
And his general demeanor seems like, where the heck did he get these powers? Because he's definitely not doing the sorts of things that most people do to get divine or arcane powers, if that makes any sense.
Right. Okay. I think I'm satisfied.
Okie-doke. Now, Chris wanted to get Miranda's signature in your book. I forgot you even had the book. So, did you have to take out a name to do that?
Yeah, I took out a name of the captain of the ship we were on, so.
Okay. That's good, because I can't even remember the guy. So, who's in your book now?
Let me see. Gosh. So it is our dad, Grepla, the church elder, Orinth Cabrondo Supixora.
Wow, who the hell's that?
I don't know.
I believe that was the Green Dragonborn who was in the Dragonborn capital and was kind of our contact as we were going to other islands.
Right. So, you wanted to keep track of what was going on back in the mainland or whatever. You could probably lose that one, too.
Yeah,
It definitely sounds like a Dragonborn name.
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
And then
It's
now,
not even
hopefully,
one of my
Miranda.
named ones. Yeah, she would definitely fill it out. And it just gives you the ability to cast sending to them, right? And they can
Yeah.
respond, but they can't initiate a contact to you.
Correct.
Okay. I thought you still had Lady Lithe in there, and I was like, that would be interesting these days. Just
Yeah,
toss the sending, see what happens.
Never got her in the guest book.
Now, was there anything else you wanted? You wanted to buy the gem's worth of diamond dust, right?
Yeah,
why
I
you're
did
asking
buy
about money?
2 diamonds for Revivify, which
Okay.
cost me a total of 600 gold, basically, which I took out of my own savings.
Okay.
And then I think I do have one conversation I want to have with Osbride, if I can, before we go, kind of without the others present.
That's fine by me.
I'm going to say that as soon as we land in, where did we go? Cobbler's Knob?
Colors knob, yeah.
That I kind of take command
Okay.
and I issue a command to Venril and Nevea. Are you stealthy?
Sometimes.
Osric is.
Then Osric.
What's-
Vandril and Osric to scout the area. Scout the local area.
In
Alright.
Cobbler's Knob, or when you get closer to. Oh, she's pretty stealthy. Looking at her character sheet, +7.
Well, then the road ahead, the road ahead.
Okay. It's about a day's travel, I think. or a little less than a day, right? It's 20 miles, 24 miles a day. So yeah, half a day's travel. You got there first thing in the morning. So you get to the outskirts of Durham roughly 3, 4 in the afternoon. The road is not traveled, and it hasn't been upkept either. And when you can see Durham from a distance, you saw what I described last time as a very unnatural ring of massive trees that have seemingly blotted out all semblance of sunlight over the center of Durham. The outskirts are still uncovered by the nasty roots and stuff, but the sky's cloudy, like really cloudy, like the kind that before a thunderstorm. And outside the town, even again from probably half a mile distance before you even get close enough to worry about scouting, you do see a wisp of smoke coming out of one of the farmhouses outside of the city. So you are sending ahead Vanril and Osric to...
Just out ahead of us.
All right. Where do they want to look, or what are you looking for besides just generally staying ahead and scouting, keeping hidden? There's a few trees. It's not like a dense forested area. It's just sparse trees, so there's not a lot of cover to approach. Besides going from farmhouse to farmhouse kind of thing through the houses and stuff. But where generally do you want to look for?
Signs of what's the word I'm looking for?
Life, intelligence.
Life, but like bad people.
Bad people. All right. Well, let's see. If
I'm going to use my Raven too and have it fly overhead.
Okay.
They're looking for danger.
Right.
Yeah.
Make a survival roll.
Survival?
Yep. 13. I want Vanril to do it too. Wow.
Wow, some ranger you are.
All right. Closer to where you are,
We just get the bad rolls out.
there's no sign
There you
of travel on the roads. Not in the last few months, for sure. You can't see, from your bat's point of view, you can't see anything moving around in the city. At least not outside the tree ring or anything. But you do spot what looks like a child playing outside that farm.
What looks like a child.
Yeah.
Well, from the air as a bat.
Well, it's actually a raven.
Or Raven. William has the
William.
bat, right?
Yeah, William has a bat. Okay. Well, how far away would this be from us?
From the group as a whole, about a half a mile. I would say you've probably closed the distance to maybe a quarter mile or so. You're like half again in front of them. But then,
Right.
in order to see through the Raven, I'm pretty sure you have to stop seeing through your own eyes. So you'd have to
And
take a minute
Yeah.
and shift your perceptions.
It's like warging in Game of Thrones.
Right? Can you control the Raven, or can you just give it commands? Do you know?
I don't think I can control it directly. It's just like I could tell it what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Basically. And then I guess I will cautiously move closer.
Okay, make a stealth roll. Assuming you're trying to stay hidden. You're moving closer to the farmhouse?
Yeah.
Is Vanril accompanying you? Because if he is, he needs a stealth roll too. Wow,
Oh my
look
God.
at
Jesus Christ.
that! Osric is like ducking from tree to tree and staying hidden and low, and Vanril's just walking along, trusting that
this
his
is-
green outfits are covering him up.
I think it's the only time I've ever seen a wizard out-stealth a ranger.
That's a crit fail as a 10.
Maybe
Wow.
I should have gone. Like, wow.
+9 though. That's jeez.
I do have a +7 though.
Thanks, Roll 20.
Pretty good.
You know me so well.
All right. As you get close to the farmhouse, Osric, you're pretty close, and you hear a shriek and the slamming of a door. And you turn and you see Vandal kind of standing in a beam of sunlight, looking around like,
Oh.
oops.
There's
Well,
a leaf on my head. No
Yeah.
one can see me.
I guess we should go back and inform the others, right?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So I guess we'll head back and tell the other three what we found.
Okay.
What
Did she look like a normal girl for all intents and purposes?
From a quarter mile away, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we weren't very close.
Or a halfling, somebody short.
What did you find?
Or maybe it's a quarter giant.
Okay.
There's a little girl outside of a barn.
And you saw her?
Yeah. It's just up ahead about half a mile. And she saw Vanril and screamed and ran inside.
Vanro, you know it requires stealth, right?
You can't see me. I'm invisible.
I can see your hand in front of your face.
He's like behind Osric, looking over his shoulder.
If Ozric's stealthy and I stand behind him, then no one will see me, right?
All right, then let's cautiously approach the farmhouse.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you, as a group, are you trying to stealth as a whole group?
I'm not trying to stealth.
Okay.
I mean, there's no point. I mean, well,
I don't think you could stealth.
I could probably be better than Vanro, so.
That depends on if you're wearing all your armor.
Well, if it's not heavy, there's no disadvantage.
I thought it was plate mail.
Well, anything. I don't know what Osric.
Certain
was
medium
break.
armors will give you disadvantage too, I think.
Oh yeah. Doesn't roll 20 automatically do that if it's one of those
Think
armors?
so.
It might yet. I'm not sure.
Now, does someone have Path Without Trace?
Not I. That's not on the wizard spell list or artificer.
Like, does Vanril?
I have hide in plain sight. which means I cover myself in mud and sticks and stay motionless, and I get a +10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks. As long as I don't move. As soon as I move, I have to do it all over again, and it takes like 10 minutes or something. 1 minute.
So as you, oh yeah,
But you don't have the
the
spell.
extra spell.
No.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Does the guard? Go ahead.
what were you saying?
Does the garden
Guard?
look tended?
The garden looks like it has been tended, yes, but it is not. It's not the whole garden. Like where you'd expect to be like a big garden, like a farm is raising food for the family and to sell or whatever it is. This is a much smaller, tighter garden. Like the one in the front here is a full growing garden, but this big one back here is just like weeds and and branches and stuff. But you do see smoke coming out of the chimney of the house.
Well, someone's alive at least.
Let's cautiously approach the house.
Well, I was gonna say you're on the map, so you can move however you like.
Move up to the gate.
I can't see me on the map.
You're in the upper corner, way up here. Unless you don't have vision for some reason. No, you have vision. Okay.
Stop at the gate.
Okay. The gate is closed. It is not locked. It's just a little simple latched gate.
Hello?
Wow, that echo actually kind of made it cool.
Yeah. Exactly. After a moment, the door opens, and a man in probably his early 60s kind of cautiously peers out through the door.
Oh, hey, Grandpa.
And then he...
Kind of looks like my dad.
It's just a random token I got from one of the marketplace folders of things. He seems kind of startled, and he closes the door.
Hello, we come in
Well.
peace.
There's a moment, and it cautiously opens again, and he steps out, but he kind of makes a motion behind him, like, stay inside. And he stands on the porch, and he says, "Who are you?"
We are travelers looking for information.
"No one travels here. Did you?
I look around
Did
at
you
my companions and be like, well, we're more than no one.
shipwreck or something? Surely you're lost. You should not be here."
No, we're not lost. But we're seeking information. We'll gladly pay if you have some.
"I have no use for money, but..." He shuts the door behind him, and he kind of walks toward you very cautiously, and he's constantly looking all around him. He says, "Did someone send you? Have I done something wrong?"
Someone did send us, but not for you. Or anyone in your household.
As he gets closer, his eyes,
I'm
you can
holding my
see
hand
he's right. He's looking you over. He's looking at everybody behind you, and then he comes up, and trying to see how. Okay, are you wearing gloves?
Probably.
Okay. He kind of leans in, and he says, "May I?" And he reaches his hand kind of toward your face.
If you must, and I lean in.
He kind of touches your face. He's like, "You're warm. You're alive."
Last I checked.
Now he kind of does look around a lot. He's like, "You should go."
Why?
Because if they know you're here, they might come for you.
Who?
Points toward the trees surrounding the inner
Like in the
section
direction
of
of
Durham.
Durham, or just like...
Yeah. Straight at it, yeah. Right toward where the castle tower pokes up through the trees. It's like, if the master of Durham knows you're here, then you'll be his next victims.
Who is the master of Durham?
A terrible man. Calls himself Malvok. Horrid monster. You should go.
Oops.
But go where?
From wherever you came from. Please, I don't want to get in any trouble. If I help you, he'll surely end his deal with me.
What deal?
I provide food. Simple farmer. They come and they take the food.
How often do they come?
Once a week. I was expecting them tonight, but they don't come when the sun is up. So I was confused when I saw you and your companions walking up my road. Please, my grandchildren are inside, and I don't want anyone to hurt them.
What is that building across the road?
Which one?
The one on the other side of the road here.
It looks like somebody else's small house. I just found this map.
All right, so it doesn't belong to him.
No, generic farmhouse. In fact, those two houses are kind of falling apart. The roof's caving in on one of them. They haven't been tended to.
All right. All right. Well, we mean you no harm, good sir. We will move on.
Please take care of yourselves. I haven't seen another living person in at least 2 years, besides my grandchildren.
Well, unfortunately, we cannot go back to where we came from. We must proceed on. We are on a
Again, he kind of looks toward Durham.
we are on an important quest. And when I say quest, I kind of like I side eye William.
Okay. He says, I don't know who you are. I don't know if you understand what you're getting yourselves into, but may I ask a favor of you? When your mission is complete and you are traveling home, could you take my grandchildren?
If it is possible, we will do so.
Oh, then I pray for you to be successful on your mission. But I caution you, Durham is a dangerous place.
Of course. That is what we have heard.
What is in Durham? What is so dangerous there?
Nothing alive that I know of.
I feel like we should let this gentleman get back to his business, and we should move on.
Yes, please, thank you.
Before
We shouldn't be here when whoever comes to get food.
yes, exactly.
And he will go back in the house and...
However, I would like to, if everyone agrees, as soon as he goes back in the house, he's out of hearing range.
Yeah.
I would like
Stake
to go
out
back
from the
to-
house across the street.
Yep.
Let's go.
Alright, I'm gonna remove this door. You can tell this map was from before there were doors. This is one of those packs that I got for free at some point. It's a bunch of generic maps with the lighting already on them. Alright, so it's about 3, 4, maybe 5 in the afternoon. You break out the rations and discuss whatever it is you're going to discuss, and just hang out and take watches and scout.
I love that little corner fireplace.
And after sundown, oh, it's even lit too, isn't it? I just noticed that too. I don't know
I
if
could
there-
try and cook something over it if we have.
I assume there are windows. Can you see out at all?
Yeah.
You can't really.
This
A little
part,
bit.
this part is black. Well,
Alright.
mostly.
Yeah, that door is like there's a door there, but I can't see past the door. And
Right. I can make them transparent walls just for now. Bing! Should be able to see through, right?
Oh, there we go. I was
You
right,
can't move
standing
through
in
them,
the
but you can
bedroom.
see through them because they're transparent now.
Can you make that?
I was right to
middle
apparently
turn
Map.
Which one? Did I miss
right
one?
in the middle of the house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're not individually lines. They're
Oh, they're squares.
like L's and squares, and they get it's just weirdly done. But yeah, I can do that. I'll do this one too. There. All right.
Great.
As-
Now Vandal's Lizard is in 2 places.
As the sun sets, and I'm assuming you don't light a fire so that you don't have telltale traces of someone in the other house.
And we take our time to hide ourselves.
Yep. I'm not even going to make you roll. And then Vanderbilt goes back outside for some reason.
Well, you just said she sees 2 of my lizard. I only see the one.
I only see the one as well.
I see
The one in the house?
Yep.
Right.
Okay, yeah, because I can still see one
on the road.
here.
Oh, see, I don't see that one anymore.
Yeah, me
Oh,
either.
okay.
Sometimes Roll20 does stupid things.
I tried
It
to
was
move
doing that for
him.
me last week.
And then it somehow made a copy, so I deleted him. And then Roll20 just froze up. I couldn't even go to the page to exit it. So I had to close the window and then open it again.
All right, well, I mean, the only one that is real is the one with the hit points. So there we go.
Right.
All right. So after sundown, few hours after sundown, it gets really dark. And as you are watching the road, from the direction of Durham comes a group of 7 humanoid figures. Yes, Chris?
First,
I don't always
are
look at
we
the screen, so I would... What?
Are we planning on staying here or moving further?
Plan on staying here a while.
Just to see what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But before you continue,
It's a recon. It's a stakeout. Yeah, sorry.
I guess I don't have it. Doesn't somebody have an ability that gives us extra temporary hit points? Somebody has aid.
Oh, EJ has it. The speech thingy that gives everybody... It's inspiring something? Isn't it a feat?
Yeah, but I thought Chris has aid or something.
Oh, the actual
mental
spell.
inspiration or
Encouraging.
No,
it's a feat.
inspiring leader.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah,
Positive inspiration.
Inspiring leader. You spend 10 minutes talking. Up to 6 friendly creatures, including yourself, gain temporary hit points equal to your level plus your charisma modifier.
I totally just put my hand in my drink because I thought it was my can of peanuts.
Wow.
Jamie, go to bed. You're drunk.
Yeah.
So that would give, if I sit there and talk to you for 10 minutes.
For just 10 minutes, and you're waiting for hours.
It'll give you guys 15 extra hit points.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, and it lasts for until the next rest, short or long rest. Oh, you can't No, you can't gain any more until it's finished. So how long does it? I guess temporary hit points just stay, right? They stay until you take a long rest. So yeah.
Well, a creature can't gain temporary hit points from this feat again until
Right.
it's a short long
Right.
rest. But
yeah, so every time you take a long rest, you just give a little speech. Everyone gets out of their rest with 15 temporary hit points. All right. Well, that's
I mean, yeah, if you want to hear me talk to myself, sure.
No, you just inspire these guys. Okay, guys, I'll listen. I know it's a tough day, but this is how it's going to go, and we're going to do this and that and whatever it is, and I have faith in my siblings. And
you recite some, heroic poem or something because you're a bard.
Right.
Does that include our familiars and pets?
No, because it says up to 6 targets, so I guess maybe ape.
Okay.
I would say the lizard. Well, no, do they have to understand?
That's what I'm wondering.
I would assume they would have to understand, so I don't think it would apply to the
Probably
pet.
not.
Yeah, because you're inspiring your companions and shoring up their resolve. I don't think the animals give a shit. Can't psych them up.
Well, I have actually something very similar that I just linked that might apply, but...
Let me see. Oh, Celestial Resilience. Well, they won't stack. You can only keep the higher of the two.
I think they're the same,
It's exactly the same, yeah.
Right, but when one
one's a
one runs out or one
you can kick in the other one.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because she can't do it again until you take a rest. So it's 15. Yep. Is yours 15 as well, Chris? You have a 20 charisma?
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
all right, so
half your warlock level.
Oh. Yeah. So yours would be 10. Hers is 15.
Oh, okay. Wait, it says equal to warlock level plus charisma.
Equal to half your warlock
level
plus your charisma modifier.
Okay. You're right.
Oh, so he gets the 15. Everyone else would get 10. Ah.
Oh, cheater.
Slightly different.
Wow.
Yeah, these extra 5 are for me. One for each of you, one for me. And 1, 2 for me.
Right?
One for all of us and one for me. One for all of us and one for me. All right. Anyone else before I go ahead, Chris?
Before they arrive. So first, it sounds like, William will say, well, it sounds like someone else is alive still since they need to eat. Hopefully the people I'm thinking of, should we follow these people who were collecting the food? Is that the plan?
Let's see what they look like first. If
that depends on if we can follow them without getting caught.
Exactly. If they come in force, there's not much we're going to be able to do.
Well, for
Oh.
those of us that have dark vision, then let's just watch and see what they're doing.
Well, maybe my
Way to
bat
flex
could
there,
follow them.
non-human.
But second, William would like to send message to Osbright. Let's
Dark.
see.
I just made it darker because it's nighttime.
So basically doing the Dalavesh thing.
Okay.
But kind of saying, so, Osbright, I've been thinking, stayed up all last night, worrying since I don't sleep anymore. Because that's the thing that William does now.
Oh, jeez, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's one of his eldritch invocations.
Sleep is for the weak.
Yes. So he's not the coffee walk in the classical sense, but he
Well,
doesn't
at
need to
least
sleep.
the good thing about this is we don't have to worry about you putting yourself to sleep.
What does
That's a plus.
Yeah. He can cast sleep on himself.
what does he do
Yeah.
instead of sleep?
That's what I've been kind of wondering. Maybe I was
Frets.
thinking maybe he wanders the streets at night thinking, or he goes to the church to watch over people.
Man, I was hoping he
Help
was just
out.
going to write obscenities on the wall all night.
No TV, no beer, make Homer something something.
Go crazy? Don't mind if I do.
Anyways,
But William will say, I know this is dangerous, and I'm starting to see why. Osbright, let me know if this starts getting too bad, as in we need to go bad. Let me know, and if we should leave, and if I know I do reckless things sometimes, if I refuse to, take care of Nevaeh, make sure you get her out.
Receiving incoming transmission.
Uh-oh.
And
Mute
me if
Nuclear
you
launch
can.
detected.
Even if you have to wrestle us, but
All right, is that your message?
yeah, I mean it's probably multiple messages since I think there's a limit on the number of words, but it's a
Not
cantrip
on this
basically.
one. Not on the cantrip, I don't think.
Oh, okay. But yeah, and he can respond mentally.
I will respond, and I will respond. It's too late for that. We're already in this.
Well, I mean, if it gets too bad, if we start getting surrounded or something,
Man,
if in your expert
wish
Yeah,
opinion,
when it's too late to
I wish
when
we
it's
were
too late
talking
to
in person
escape,
because I want to
we
cut
can
him
escape.
off.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Chris.
Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off either. I mean, I did, but
Hmm.
by
You
the
would've.
I mean,
by the message spell, it's a message and then a message back. So
yeah, and transmission,
Yeah.
so you can respond.
we're already in. We're already in this. The only thing we can do is the best we can.
True.
So as you are wrapping up your conversation and you're looking outside, some of you have better views than others, even though it's nighttime. I'm not gonna turn the light all the way off, but I figured it's really hard to see what with the cloud cover. There's like a gray haze in the sky. The moon is probably out, but you can't see it. So it's a little bit of light as you see 7 figures coming down the road. The one in front is female and seems to be the only
Tell
one
they're
that
female.
is. Well, see, there's a walk, there's the long hair, there's the chest is visible, not visible, but it's like, yes, definitely female, but walking with a, I don't want to say an unnatural gait, but it's probably of the 7 figures, the female's the only one that doesn't seem to have muscular issues. Let's say, as the 6
She's
behind
walking and she's
her
swinging her hips like a hoe. That's what this is.
that are dragging the wagon. There's a wagon, but instead of tied to horses, there's 6
Pulling the wagon or
semi-shambling
dragging
figures
the wagon?
pulling the wagon. Well, there's 2 in the back pushing, and there's 4 in the back pulling. I don't have the wagon, but I have the figures as they come up the road.
Hey, who needs horses when you have zombies?
They're not quite zombies, but they are
Zombies
very
aren't that
similar. So it's more like 2 in the back, and then these 4. As they basically come
Can
up
we definitely
to-
tell they're zombies?
They're not zombies.
No,
They're ghouls. You can tell that they're well.
So we can tell they're undead.
they're not.
You can tell they're undead. Yes.
They have some agility.
Yes. And this one doesn't even bother with the. Well, let's see. Let me check something. Yeah, she'll just kind of hop over the fence, not even bother opening it, and goes straight for the door and just opens it. And then the guy comes out and he follows her outside, and they go over to this shed so you can't see what's going on for a moment. The ghouls and the ghast in the front let go of the wagon so that they rest it so the rails are on the front of the fence here, whatever, and then they all go through the fence. And one by one they come back with buckets that you're guessing are like vegetables and things. And they stack them in the back of the wagon. And the farmer man just kind of watches. And he doesn't supervise, he doesn't say a thing. The ghouls seem to know what their role is here. And they stack it up in the back of the wagon. And then they turn as a group. Whoop. Ah, no, don't take him. And they begin to ride back toward Darum, and he very quickly goes back inside. They're moving a lot slower because the wagon is now heavily laden with stuff. But I will say that they have to go right by the house when they leave, so even people without dark vision can get a fairly decent view.
After they pass, I want to go.
Ooh.
Osric and Nevea. Follow.
Yes,
them.
sir. Got it.
If they encounter anything or something that we need to know, turn back. We'll be behind you some distance.
Okay.
Okay.
So basically, they're gonna shadow that group,
The wagon.
Right.
Yep.
and then the rest of us will hang back, so we don't have to stealth.
Okay.
Enough, like a couple 100 feet back.
The wagon is fairly creaky as well, so I will give you advantage on your stealth rolls.
I don't.
Oh,
even
cool.
I want to stay back far enough.
No, I know, but for those 2,
Oh!
damn. So EJ, just roll once more. Don't roll it again with advantage. Just roll it again.
Stealthiest wizard you've ever seen. Or not
Right?
seen.
Or not seen. Yeah, exactly.
Indeed.
Checking some passive perceptions on some undead beasties. I don't expect them to be terribly great. You follow them. The road heads straight into Durham, and they go straight past the crumbling city gate. The gate's wide open. In fact, it's been open so long it looks like it's overgrown to the ground and couldn't be closed without difficulty. Kind of like Vogler in the Dragonlance
yeah.
game. Um,
Is there a gnome launcher here too?
no gnome flingers or
No, but there
whatever
should be.
whatever the falling thing was. And they're heading right along the main thoroughfare, straight toward the trees. And as you get close to these trees that have grown up, the trunks are just massive. They're black. They're gnarled. And there's almost a pulse. Like as you get closer, it's more like a vine and less like a tree. Like it's feeding or something. But there's a gap where the road is, and they're going to head right through the gap and into the heavily shaded areas of Durham. Although you do see a few lights, which is weird. Are you following them into the trees?
I suppose.
All
Yes, but I want to look back to see if I can see the rest of my party. Because,
Probably not. They're
we
hanging
must
back.
gather them before
Well-
venturing forth.
How far back do the rest of you want to move?
2 turns.
Okay.
So if combat started, it would take 2 turns to get into combat.
All right. I'm going to go to this map here, even though you're not all technically here. Right? So
Do we have vision, or am I just human?
you are human. You actually might not have vision. Oh, you have vision.
Oh, wow, yeah, I can barely see the thing in the corner. But
Oh, yep. Now,
There are lights. Okay. All
I
right.
mean, if they
so
stop,
let me
we're gonna catch up. So
Yeah, the question is if they want to stop. So these guys are here with the wagon. And they are not stopping, they are just moving. But what you do see as you're coming up the road here is, can you see this guy? Can you see the light
A
moving?
little bit, yeah.
I can
Yeah.
see all the guys.
There's a skeleton back here with like a beacon lantern. And he's just kind of standing there and he's just absently swinging it side to side.
Strathholm.
Right? And they are going around the corner. So if you want to keep following them, you're going to have multiple. The rest of you might have to start making stealth checks, I guess is what I'm getting at. Because if they're just walking past the skeletons and things, then.
I think we can probably still follow them, but we will turn back the minute they go into, like, one specific house or something. Because
We cut
obviously
down
they're
this
taking it.
way.
Well, it
to
looks
somewhere.
like they are heading straight toward the castle. Like the road just kind of goes, it meanders a little bit, but you're generally heading toward the big looming castle at the opposite end of this map.
We might be able to cut south past this house here.
Yeah, bypass the skeleton with the lantern.
Have we seen any other undead or patrols or anything in the city?
Are we in the city yet?
You are, well, they've passed through the trees, I think.
Hmm.
Are the other 3 of you planning on following them in?
I mean, we continue until we find them. So
Okay.
if they stop, then we.
So when you go into the city itself, you spot some skeletons with torches. It's eerily quiet, obviously, and there are small animals like rodents and shit running around on the roads. No bigger animals, no dogs or anything like that.
Yeah, 'cause they
And
ate them all.
And you see a few, I'll say you see some skeletons and zombies, but they are far enough away and they don't seem to pay any mind to anything moving around. They're all dressed like you would expect a random townsfolk to be dressed, only their clothes are long since faded and kind of rotted.
Right,
It
well,
almost has the look of as if a wave of undead had just hit the town and just turned everybody undead. They're just kind of mindlessly going about their business.
right, but how long ago? Like,
It
was it
looked
like
like
yesterday
a while.
that they
No,
turned
no,
undead? All right,
no, much older than that.
all right, that's what I meant. Like, they're obviously been there like that for a while.
Yep.
All right, William.
So I think we should turn around and go and tell the others what's.
Okay. So you fall back until they catch up. You hide and pop out when they're walking down the street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Weapons
can,
drawn,
we can hide
cautiously
in an
walking down the
alley.
street.
Yeah, we can hide in an alley between one of these two houses or a few houses or something.
Okay.
All of us cannot be pranked. I have an
No?
aura that prevents that.
Oh, all right. You also have an aura that gives what, plus your charisma bonus to saving throws? To anyone within 10 feet?
Yeah. And no
That
one
might
around me
be
can be
relevant
feared,
later. Oh,
I think.
Oh yeah, I should add them temporary hit points.
yeah, right. Oh, yeah, your new tokens. Do they have them on there? No.
Mine does.
Okay.
It's just not showing a bar or anything.
Oh, right. I can make that work. If you want to be able to see everybody's
Yeah.
temporary hit point bars.
Anyone within 10 feet of me cannot be a scaredy cat.
See, if I did that. No, still not doing it.
All right, William. What are we looking for?
Well, someone living, a war priest of the beloved daughter, if we can identify one.
That's what your friend told you to look for?
Yeah, have I seen her in any visions or gotten any description of what she looks like?
I think you've gotten a description that she was blonde and she was, roughly, 5'11", athletic at the time that she was last seen, which was a decade ago or more. So, time weighs on people, so you're not exactly sure.
Living, that should be easy to find.
Well,
Yeah, living is the standout trait. That might be a thing here.
dead
Yeah.
giveaway.
Ah, dead giveaway.
And blonde, but other than that, I don't actually know. I know her name was it Sheena?
Yep.
That's what it sounded like, yeah.
But we don't.
All right. Well, let me. When you were talking to your patron, she was describing the situation that she saw your mother in, and she was describing a confining space. I don't remember if I mentioned it specifically, but one wall is just bars. So she kind of implied that she's in a cell of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there'd definitely be some of those up in the castle.
Oh, she's in the cell that the Dark Stranger escapes from.
So we're looking for a cell, probably in the castle, and someone who's alive.
So we need to get access to the castle.
Yeah. And I imagine if we can follow these food purveyors, then maybe they'll lead us to her, but...
Well, who else would need food? and the undead would eat.
Exactly.
There must be something alive in here.
Yeah, those in control. What
Well,
do we know of
assuming
this
they're
Malvok?
alive.
Is it Malvok? Did I say that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We can't very much pretend to be one of them either because we're too alive for that. So
The only thing
Wow.
that he knows is that he's a vampire, or someone said he's a vampire. And last I checked, they don't eat food.
is that the same Malvok from like TSNG 2?
Yes,
God,
Well,
he's old.
vampires need things to be living.
they
can't-
do.
They can't suck essence from
Their
undead,
livestock.
right?
Mm,
Metagaming.
that's
Right.
no, you're right.
Which is probably why all the humans and animals are gone, because they've like exhausted this place of actual food.
All right. So we caught up, right?
Yep.
All right.
And
we're
while you're having
all-
this conversation, the wagon has continued to move on. So you've, without double timing it, you're probably not going to get that close.
Well, those of us that aren't stealthy aren't going to double time it.
Right.
Which would, I
You're
guess,
probably,
just be me.
because of the strange skeleton sentries that may or may not be reliving their old
Oh, there you go, Vanral.
lives, running through the city to try to catch up would not be smart anyway. I'm just going to scatter some people about here, because there are the occasional wandering. Oops, no, he's a light one. You stay
I don't
over
know.
here.
What do you think the undead are instructed to do if they see us?
Ask for brains?
Why would they be instructed to do anything? It's not like people are gonna be here.
Excuse me, do you have any
True,
brains?
but do we want to test that theory?
Might I partake of your brain matter? Just a little bit of grey.
Ugh.
Well, I could send my bat to follow them for a bit. See where they're going.
What's the range you can stay in contact with your familiar before you lose it?
100 feet, it says, for telepathy, though it doesn't say it can't be outside that range, it just can't communicate then.
It'll have to come back and tell you.
Yeah. I'll
Would you
link
like
the
to send-
whole thing, which...
Oh yeah,
Is that the same for the Raven?
it's just a find familiar spell. I think his is
Yeah.
a find familiar as well.
I think Vanral took off.
Uh-oh.
Where'd Vanral go?
he's
Well, he
going-
rolled an 18 stealth, and
He's scouting around the outside of the houses over here.
Yeah, I mean, I know where he went, but he's not.
Oh, okay. Right.
I
You
didn't
lost.
know if you noticed.
I didn't. All right, so you sending the bat?
Yeah, I'll send it with the command to follow the wagon until they move into a building, and then come back to relay which building and which entrance they went into.
Okay.
Is it intelligent?
It's technically a spirit.
Yeah. Well, it's intelligence of 2, but that's a regular bat.
Right. I'm looking
And
to
I-
see if the.
I think it just changes its creature type. I don't think it raises its stats.
Right, I was looking to see if they had a new stat block for familiars like they do for
Wizard has an
Ranger
ability to
companions.
bleed.
All right, so your bat sails off into the inky darkness of the night, and is gone for 20 minutes.
He gets
You never
a
get
better
that
deal from the
sensation that it
vampire.
died. Yes, that's right. He's changed sides.
It's a gully dwarf. It says,
And it comes
it
back.
went around a corner, it went around another corner, and then there was another corner, and then another corner, and one more corner. But by one, I mean 1 and 1.
There were 2 corners.
Yep. Also dragons too. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. No wonder it's not working. The bat comes back and reports to you that they went to the castle. Rode up the front gates and into the castle. And it also tells you that it saw a lot of not living things. Which you knew that anyway.
Ew.
And some big ones.
Wait, big non-living things? How big?
It says big.
Whatchamacallits from World of Warcraft, whatever they're called, I can't remember.
Oh, those like patches or stitches, whatever. his name
Right,
was.
abominations?
Oh, the abominations.
Yeah.
So where, I'm guessing we can see the castle in the distance.
Yeah.
Where direction-wise is it? Like southeast or?
From this map, the castle is literally right there. On the other side of the map. Yeah. So all you gotta do is get past this map.
So eastern end.
Yep.
Got it. Well, I'm going to recommend we take the back alleys if we can.
All right.
Yeah, I'd almost say just take the long way and sneak around the whole town thing here.
Well, everywhere you would go is similarly smattered with skeletons and whatnot.
Right.
So cheating by leaving the map doesn't get you to the castle.
Well, I'm like this wall, right?
Oh yeah, like the as long as you stay on the map, you can go wherever you want to go, and we'll.
My question is, because I haven't gone all the way down, is
Yep.
Would it be easier to sneak around on the outside of this wall if it's tall enough that we could move around? It would be the bottom, and then we'd have to cut up. But
Is the wall broken at all?
It's crumbling.
Yes, I can see. Yeah.
Yeah. So ping where you're looking at. Where are you talking about going?
I'm proposing that we sneak all the way down to the bottom of the wall.
The very bottom of the
end
map?
on there, and then.
Well, it keeps
follow the
going,
wall
but
this way.
for the purposes of this map, it ends there.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to figure out. Well, then I'd just say come down to here and weave between these houses here.
Sounds good to me.
Take the long way and avoid as much as we can.
Let me make sure that these walls are blocking movement.
I mean, it's not like we're on a time limit, right?
Yeah, Osbright's going to have some difficulty because it is really dark. But there are strangely the lamp lights are lit.
Well, I could cast.
You can hold my hand.
I could. Or maybe he should hold William's hand so William doesn't run away.
Yeah, that too.
We're doing this for you, William.
Hold on to somebody's shoulder or arm, like a blind person.
I could cast light, but then they might
That's the
see
case.
us.
Can you give control of my token to William then? Is William the one leading me? I can kind of see William.
The rest of us all have dark vision, though, don't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And of course,
Aw.
Jamie's the one streaming too, so it'll actually be fun to watch later just to see this token be led through the darkness. Can you see Vanderill's token, Jamie? I mean, William's token?
You remember
Well,
the
now I
episode?
can't.
Okay.
Now
But can you see? Yeah, so if I move you around the corner, you can see him.
Yeah.
As you
But I
cautiously
don't
move
know if
him.
I'm moving myself into a wall or something.
You won't be able to go through the walls because I set them up to be obstructive. If you get stuck, I can move you, but
No, I can see the word William.
Okay.
I can barely see his
All
token.
the way across the courtyard, I see some ghouls, something over here. If you can see my ping.
yeah, and they're actually
Also,
walking in
the
this
lantern
direction.
Skeleton here. Oh, they're walking in this direction.
Yep, they seem to be following the road like some kind of patrol.
Mhm.
All right,
And
let's just
it's
wait.
one of the
Everybody
very
drop
large,
back
shambly
this way
ones.
a little.
In the
we're-
center of the mass is this thing.
Oh, yep.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that
And
does look like
then-
a Stitches,
And then
doesn't
surrounding it is a bunch of these little guys.
it? Little.
Well,
This is the
humanoid.
guy from the Iron Maiden album covers.
So
Eddie!
Yes.
step back
Exactly.
into this alley.
Why
Oh
do I
my
even
dad
know
on a
that?
bad day.
So we're out of view.
Alright, so you're gonna hide?
Yeah. Wait until
Make
they
stealth roll.
pass.
All of us or him?
Everybody who's trying to hide.
Yeah,
Saying
I'll
step
try
back
to.
into
You
the
can
alley.
you can have advantage.
So I can have just regular stealth roll?
Oh, because you got heavy armor.
No, I have chainmail. Chainmail is medium.
Oh, Nevaeh.
Or is chainmail heavy?
Yeah, buddy.
I don't know if chainmail's heavy.
Chain is heavy, I believe.
Chainmail is heavy? Okay, so yeah, it'd be just a straight regular stealth roll. Damn.
Nice.
Well, lucky for you, most of these guys have perceptions in the single digits. Oops, didn't mean to move just him. But it does seem to be some kind of a patrol that's just moving along the road here, and eventually it passes
Oh, we can take
and
it.
goes back the direction you came. You might be able to. Who knows?
Famous last words.
Alright. Let's move on.
Yeah, once they pass, let's see about crossing the road.
Well, we got a skeleton down here. And we got another dude up here.
Do we go in between them or around one of them?
Well, this is like open road right here that they're both looking at. They're both in like the street on the sidewalks. So if we walk through there, they're gonna see us.
Does
So
skeletons look
what
like
happened to
normal
going around the
skeletons?
edge of the buildings, like the whole perimeter, outer perimeter?
Yeah, they look like normal skeletons to you.
Have we fought skeletons before?
That's a good question. You probably have, just from your order, from like the occasional attack on Roldez. They've always been fairly frequent, but fairly easy to
For a
deal
couple
with.
hits. Take them down. Maybe we can just take them down quickly.
Maybe. We could also try and go around this house that's directly south of us. And then come up and just get this one. If we're
Right, like the outer perimeter, like the very edge.
But there could be more skeletons down here. We don't know yet.
I can go around the corner and look.
Do it. Do it.
The way might be blocked. Yeah, I don't think we can get around it. I think the map ends there.
Kill Count Dooku. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
I will let you go around the bottom of that building. I will let you peek. AJ, just do that. Make a stealth roll, AJ, real quick. Seeing as you...
Yeah, I will as soon as I
Technically
get
in
back
range.
in, because apparently I got kicked out.
Oh, no. Well, you were seeing double lizards, too, so it's probably roll 20 on your end.
Looks like we've got another skeleton up here. And something over here. So we got 4 things at least.
Hmm.
They're kind
Do
of
we have-
shambling around a little.
Yep. I'm gonna keep moving tokens every now and then because they're out there. It's a lively city or an unlively city. Unalive.
what?
Okay, so yes, there is one skeleton down here.
What was in that package of stuff that Miranda gave us?
Good question. Thank you for reminding me. Roldez care package. I will share with players. There you go. That's what's in there.
Hey,
I would-
protection from undead. Yeah, there we
Who
go.
can use those scrolls?
80s
Holy
crime
water, cocoa
sticks.
protection.
80s
Only 2 though. Come on.
80s
They're both going in
crime.
Malvok's brain.
I think they have to go in his heart.
5-inch stone with a crude G.
So the
It says-
wooden
It says on the
Hey.
bottom what it is.
the wooden stakes, given the spelling,
Did I spell it wrong? I did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn it.
salted pieces of meat. But
These are
it's-
awfully chewy, guys.
Jerky.
Damn it.
Oh, steaks! Ha ha ha. Okay.
They're like beef jerky.
There, I fixed it. Damn it.
awfully tough.
Oh man, can we do a quick rewind?
We can. So, well, I mean, William's
Split
been
it-
carrying
split
it.
this
Maybe you
up.
forgot to check. Yeah, you can. You can. I'm sorry. I fucked that up. I forgot about it because it's been a week. Thank you for saying something, Chris.
Well, I was wondering if we had any way of going over any climbing gear that would allow us to go over the buildings, but nothing in the package with that.
No. And while you divvy up stuff, I'm going to take a bathroom break real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. So who can use scrolls?
I can. I think it
Whereas
depends on the
protection
scroll.
scrolls, I think anyone can use protection scrolls. I think.
Maybe. I think you have to be of the
Most
classic and
me
cast
not
that spell.
realizing it's supposed to be applied topically, and then I have diarrhea.
Well, I would say the cloak should go to Nevea because we need her alive if we're going to get out of here.
I could probably.
Or
Aw.
Aldrich.
No, I was going to say.
If
I could
anything,
probably take one of the scrolls for scribing in my spellbook, provided it's on the wizard spell list.
I don't know why you'd need protection from undead unless you're talking about the vampires, because you could probably control these skeletons.
No, apparently I can't.
Not-
I already looked.
You did?
Yeah.
How can they be too high level
Probably,
for you? You're level 10.
Divine.
No, I can't control undead. It's not a thing.
Okay, even being a necromancer?
Either that or I'm just not high enough level. I don't.
Well, what
I
the
don't have
hell? How
ability.
high do you have to
Yeah,
be?
you
Damn.
can late game, I think. I think you can summon some skeletons, but it's not.
Yeah, I can summon skeletons. I summon 2 at a time, and they're more powerful than normal skeletons.
By the way,
I
I'm
can
a paladin
do
that can't
some-
turn undead, just so you know.
I can do some healing. I mean, I
Did you
suppose
say
it'll
you
be good
can't
to take the
turn
cloak of
undead?
protection, but
No, I
like,
can't.
Well, we want you to stay alive, so that's a good thing.
But I don't have that ability.
I don't know if my singing will be able. I mean, I can counter charm with a song. I don't know if I'll be able to do like an enthralling performance because these are
Alright.
creatures and not using their brain.
So according to the rules, anyone that can read the language on a scroll can use that scroll.
Oh,
That's
okay.
That's what I thought. Especially this kind of scroll.
It doesn't look like this is actually a magic spell.
Which thing?
There's protection from undead.
Oh, it's looking up.
So Nevea's getting the cloak. Right.
Should I just like click and drag it to my?
Yeah, you would have had to attune to it, but you've had the travel to here and the waiting for the guys to show up at night. So I'll give it to
This
you.
is an item, but I don't see it as a spell.
Right, that's the thing. I look up protection from undead,
So-
and I just got a scroll.
So scroll of protection.
Does the scroll?
Yeah.
Does
Each
that
scroll of
work?
protection works as a specific type of creature chosen by the DM or determined randomly, blah, blah, blah. Using an action to read the scroll encloses you in an invisible barrier that extends from you to form a 5-foot radius, 10-foot high cylinder. For 5 minutes, this barrier prevents creatures of the specified type from entering or affecting anything within the cylinder. So it's only a 5-minute thing, so
What
you'd
if
use
they're
it.
already in it?
The cylinder moves with you and remains centered on you. However, if you move in such a way that a creature of the specified type would be inside the cylinder, the effect ends. So you can't force something into the
Right,
cylinder.
but when you read it,
You
what if
can't
they're already
cast the cylinder.
within the range?
Mm,
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, what if they're like
yeah.
Would it
10 feet
immediately
away?
push them out of range?
Well, it's a 5-foot radius.
All right, 5.
Here.
What if they're next? Well, I guess that'd be attack of opportunity because they're casting a spell.
5 foot. 5-foot radius centered on you. So that's what, 3x3? The cylinder moves you and remains centered on you. However, if you move in such a way that a creature would be inside the cylinder, the effect ends. So I'm. I would guess if there's a skeleton like right next to you and you cast it, I'm guessing it wouldn't work. Like you can't cast it because it says if something is inside the radius, then the spell ends.
So there are 4 cloaks of protection. 2 of them are a Dungeon Master's Guide 2024 and a Free Basic Rules 2024. The others are 2014 or regular Dungeon Master's
Yeah,
Guide.
we're using 2014 for this game. So just the Cloak of Protection 2014.
Got it. Accepting compendium.
It should be like a +1 AC and a +1 to your saving throws.
So we're gonna go south with Nevea or straight into the courtyard?
Hold on, we still got.
I only
still
see
got
one
part
skeleton
of
that
this
I could probably
package to
take out
split
on
up.
my own.
Are we still splitting up this package?
Yeah, who's taking what?
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to if we're gonna.
I say everyone but me takes the potions of healing. I'll take the potion of heroism though. I would suggest that maybe Vanril gets the potion of speed, and William gets the potion of invisibility. We'll split up the protection from undead. Each of us will take a vial of holy water.
Which I believe does 2d6 damage to undead, like a grenade.
The wooden stakes, I would say I'll take one, and Van will take the other, and William can keep the sending stone. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Yep, 2d6 radiant damage. And a paladin or cleric can make holy water by performing a special ritual.
Yeah, I have that spell. It's a ritual spell too.
Yeah.
But we don't have time.
1 hour for. Nope, we don't. Glad you said something, Chris. I completely forgot. I would have noticed it tomorrow or something and been like, damn it! Now, as far as climbing gear goes, some of you may already have it. I don't know, because some of those packages that you can start with, like Explorer's Kit or Dungeoneer's Kit or whatever, sometimes might have that stuff. But a lot of these buildings are enterable as well because they're so old and unmaintained.
That might be something to think about doing too.
All right, so who's doing what?
What are we doing? Sorry.
I'm checking to see if it added anything, but I don't know if it did. Because it's supposed to be saving throws +1 and AC +1, but I'm still at 73 hit points.
Yeah, it won't change your hit points.
AC 15? Okay, so it did do that, because Nevaeh says AC 14 on her name, so that worked.
Yeah, and it looks like your saving throws went up. Because your strength save is a 0 now, and you have a -1 strength modifier.
Awesome, okay.
So yeah.
Weird question. Do our characters know whether undead have dark vision?
I would say you would know that. By level 10, I would hope you would have some inkling on
Especially
the
Osric.
traits. Yeah, especially Osric. Mr. I study necromancy now, or
Yeah.
talk about undead all the time for a living.
Mhm.
Yeah, they definitely have dark vision.
Okay.
So
So
why
it
do
wouldn't
skeletons
really
have twitches?
matter.
Weird.
It wouldn't really matter if they had those lamps. They're just doing them out of habit.
Oh, crap.
That's what it seems like, yeah. What's the matter? Did you go through a wall?
No, I moved myself on top of or underneath William.
Joe, did you go outside the wall, or is that...
Eh.
Oh yeah, you can
Getting
still
something to
drink.
drink. I'll be right back. If anyone moves, I'm right next to William.
Okay, yep.
I mean, I'm not sure that I could climb up onto the roof. Because the skeleton will see me if I go around the building. So
The
I'm
general
trying
impression that you get from the undeads you can see, most of them aren't in the intelligent undead category anyway. The most intelligent undead you've seen so far was the one leading the wagon party. And the patrol with the ogre zombie looked to be actively looking around for things versus the rest of them that are kind of just going through the motions.
Alright, well, it's not like I'm gonna cast, like, Thunderclap or anything, but, like...
Anyone?
Yeah, I was going to suggest maybe Vanril should try to snipe the lamp people, but if they seem pretty much unaware of anything, maybe we don't need to bother.
As long as we stay out of the light cone.
I really can't cast anything because, you know, it's Thunderclap, which can be heard, like, a few feet away. And Eldritch Blast is a beam of crackling energy, so somebody's gonna see that.
I'm going to cast Aid.
Okay.
It's in chat. So, Nevaeh is down in the other spot. So.
Oh, right. It raises your actual max hit points.
Yep. So, Osric, William, and Osric, each your max hit points are for the next 8 hours up by 5.
Cool.
And you gain hit points to fill that too.
In case you missed that, Jamie, Vanderbilt just cast 8 on you, so your max is up by 5.
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get this skeleton. I'm gonna have my rapier and my dagger out.
Okay.
Like I said, I can't really cast a spell, like, and I don't want to use
charge in and start attacking.
And I don't want to use Phantasmal Killer because that's my 4th level spell. I don't want to waste it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you ping this skeleton so I know which one you're?
I'm guessing this guy.
There? Okay.
That's actually a zombie, not a skeleton, but same difference.
Good. That means I can still poke it or, you know, slice it.
All right. So, how would you like to initiate this? Just charge up and start stabbing?
With a vicious mockery to see if it even knows I'm over here.
Well, it will once it cast the spell.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but
That'll reveal you.
Should we all get to where Neve?
Climbing. Well, you don't have a climbing speed. You want to make a athletics check to climb up on the roof?
athletics or
All right,
acrobatics?
I have a
Would
rope.
be athletics because it's strength based. Yes, but do you have a grappling hook? Because how are you going to get the rope to stay on the roof? Just throw it. It's like,
You're right. Just throw it.
Stick.
It's a magic rope,
All right, getting on the roof is going to be difficult for you.
right? Where's the rope of climbing? Which character had that?
I'm going to do that.
That was
Do
a
that.
bard, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't this a bard?
It is, but in the bard group, bard is a different group.
The other bard. Damn it.
Well, roll me an initiative.
All of us is just her.
Why is he on there? Get off of there. Hold on, let me clear this. How is... Wow. Just her for now. Well, actually, everybody can roll, but
We're all
actually, but
inactive.
not, yeah, and there's so many other situations that would have to go before you realize something's going on.
I mean, well,
So,
I can cast sending before I do anything and just let them know that I'm gonna try and there's a lone zombie over here that I'm gonna try and take out on my own.
Who are you sending it to?
Osprey.
Okay.
Me?
Yeah, suddenly a message from Nevea. I'm gonna take out this zombie.
All right.
There's only one down
verbally
here.
gonna say, "Oh no."
Okay.
What?
All right. You have one action. What are you doing?
Nevea is trying to take out an undead guard by herself.
All right, so if I go before it, then
You you would because it doesn't know you're there. That's why I wanted.
All right, well, that's
to
good
roll.
then. Maybe yes, just running in, because there's only, what, 5, 10, 15, 20?
20
so,
feet.
yeah.
All right, do
I
it.
think I can run in, guns a-blazing and stabby stab.
Do it. Do it. Let's see what happens.
I won't make any noise. I'm just going to run. I'm going to run stealthily.
We'll see. All right, 12 is a hit for 10. Okay. And that's another 6. So 16 damage. It is not dead. And you're not a rogue, so you don't have sneak attack. So on its turn, do me a favor. Make a stealth check with disadvantage. Okay. All right. So I'm going to let you go again because technically that would have been his surprise round as you came striking out of nowhere. Stab. She wants attention. I can see her.
She wants to jump up behind me, I think.
She's too big for that. All right. So go ahead and get 2 more attacks. You basically ran up quietly, double stab. Now it whips around going.
Oh, whoops!
And that's what initiative would happen.
Wait.
Yeah, you don't have a disadvantage. The 13 would hit. The 11 would hit. So, hold on. Before you do anything else, I am going to make a con save against the damage taken. 11. Oh, boy. Ooh, he's at 1 hit point. But you still have your offhand. Oh. Okay, let's see if I can make another. Can you do that again? On a success, he jumps to 1 instead. All right, he's going to try again. Another con save. And he fails. Okay, so you do kill it.
Okay, so now I'm going to walk out from in between these. Okay, well, maybe not, but I'm going to stand here to see if somebody sees me and not the light bulb.
All right, well, there's light over here from the skeleton that's surveying.
Right,
you
said that the skeletons are holding these lights, right?
Yeah, these other the posts have light too, but they're dim. And you're guessing it's unnatural light because if they were candles, they would have long since burned away.
So I'm gonna stand here, and
unless there's a zombie lamplighter going around and lighting them. So I'm going to clear the initiative order because technically you did take out a zombie in one turn, which you should be able to at level 10, I would hope. It's that pesky con save when they take damage that would knock them to 0 that I always forget to do on zombies.
Unless it's
Radiant damage, yeah. Rapier is not radiant.
I don't know. Have you met him?
Oh, yeah, Rapier, that's true. I'm assuming that you don't see her popping out because she's hiding still and there are other creatures in the alleyway. But you don't hear the sounds of a struggle.
How long does sending last? Can I do it again?
It's a cantrip, right? You can just do it again and again.
No,
Yeah, you just kinda,
that was the 3rd level spell.
oh.
Do you have the cantrip? Oh, so you burn the spell?
Oh.
Okay. Well, then you can only do it once for the spell.
Range unlimited. Look at that.
Oh, message is the cantrip.
1 round.
Yeah, so you got the message you sent. You don't have message. Oh well.
Nope, I do not.
But you do have Eldritch Blast because of last level.
Yeah, but I told you I wasn't going to cast that. Everybody will see it.
It's a loud. I would think it's a loud spell, probably. It's force damage, so whatever
Right,
it hits
it's
is
a
kind
Much
of
crackling energy. I can see William. I can
silent
see...
blast. Right, but are you hiding? Because if you're hiding, he probably can't see you.
Yeah, I can't see her.
And Vandral's probably hiding too.
I see somebody, but I think it's a skeleton with a
What's
There's a skeleton down
lantern? Yeah, there's a couple skeletons with the beacons. Yeah. I do want to go back and see how this looks on Jamie's screen because you probably have the best, the best version of the lighting with the beacon lanterns and the little tiny.
I see
Lights,
the center
everyone
of
else
the-
has-
I see the center of the screen, and that's about it.
Yeah,
I may be able
everybody
to
else
move
has
up.
dark vision, so they can see stuff.
I may be able to move up 1 more square. That zombie is like 55 feet away from me.
All right.
Yeah,
At the
and he's moving
moment, I'm seeing a total of 6.
Now I see Nevaeh.
7. 7. 8. 8 potential combatants.
I have a PP of 16. Is that good enough to see her?
AJ, make a stealth roll. Unless you're not trying to stealth
Williams?
anymore because you're far enough
Passive
away.
perception really a 9.
I'm far enough away from
Yeah.
the skeleton that's up here. I'm not stealthing. I'm just waiting right
Oh,
there.
okay, yeah, you can see her then. She's
All right,
just
then I
leaning up
tap
against
William
the wall
on the
there.
shoulder. Tap William on the shoulder and reach my hand over his shoulder because I'm behind him,
Mm-hmm.
and point in the direction of Nevaeh.
William will cast a message at her. Oh, what are you doing over there?
I went around the back of the building. There's nothing there now. You guys can come around.
That patrol's coming back. They're up north,
okay.
but they're heading back down this way.
Well, William will tell the others, well, apparently we can go around the building to go where Nevaeh is.
All right, that might be a good idea before this patrol comes by again.
Mm-hmm.
You all going down and around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will have to. I might have to take you off the map to get you around the corner of the building.
You gotta
I'll
move
just
me. 'cause
grab.
I
Yeah, I'll just. You come down to this side, and then you go around the building. There you go.
Oh, we can. There's a whole additional. Oh, there's a guy there. Okay. And did you hide the body?
It's laying on the ground right in front of her.
Well,
No, I didn't.
William's just gonna come up and say, "Oh, you have to hide the body, you know." I mean, I've never done that before, but
Yeah,
heard you're supposed to do that
that's
when
not
you're
guilty at all.
What?
sneaking around and
Got to
killing
hide
people.
the body.
Oh. Are there any stairs to hide them on?
Sure, William. Just toss it up onto the roof.
God, I'm
Yeah.
glad that most video games don't make you do that. Remember the first Splinter Cell? It wasted so much time hiding bodies. Ugh.
Yeah,
Um,
The
stairs.
one we were playing?
Hmm?
Was that the one we were playing, or we were playing like?
We did play a Splinter Cell, I think. I don't. There's
How
been
heavy
a few
was
games
that
that require you to hide
around the back
bodies.
of the building?
I can't remember what happened. We got to some level.
Hitman's
and we
big for
couldn't
that,
figure out
too.
what we were supposed to do again after that.
Yeah, I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
Just like stuck in an alley with an empty room.
AJ, can you see the patrol coming? Well, you don't have to move out into the street to see them. I'm just asking you from where you were.
Well, this is
Zoom
where I
out.
was
Zoom out.
before. No, this is where I was before I moved back a step. But from here, no.
Passing
Yeah.
in a minute.
Okay.
Well, William's gonna drag the body into the alleyway we're in real quick,
Okay.
and then kind of duck back into the alleyway, and say, "Well, let's hide
If they
behind this
wanna back
building."
up, that patrol's on its way.
I was just gonna wait until he's pretty sure nobody's looking, and then he's gonna swipe a finger bone from the zombie and tuck it away.
Stealth check.
You want me to stealth check?
AJ, are you hiding right there, or are you falling back?
Were you hiding? right after
No,
the
I
zombie?
fell back.
Yeah, if you step back enough, I won't make stealth checks because physical walls will block you.
Stealth check as much as a sleight of hand check.
For what?
Make a sleight of
Fingering a
hand.
finger bone.
Oh, taking the finger bone? Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
If you're going to stand there, I would still have you make a stealth check because you're only in between two buildings and watching them go by.
Are we shaving a troll? I don't know what that is.
She chewed her
it's-
harness.
Oh, no. Did she break it?
I need to put her in one of the other ones.
She doesn't like that one anyway, I don't think. Wow. That dog.
That'll explain why she chewed it off.
I mean, it does kind of look like I could be shaving a troll with it, but no, that's her harness.
It looked like one of those female shavers and like a troll doll.
Oh yeah.
Troll doll.
Oh, wow.
Female
Yes, she
shaver.
really. Wow.
Yep.
She destroyed it. She's got a big mouth. That's what he said?
Yeah, we'll just take a picture of her with an open mouth and then for gaming
All right.
purposes.
Nevaeh either
Gaping
needs,
maw.
either Nevaeh needs to move or you need to make me a stealth check if you're going to stay right there.
Oh, I'm not backed up enough? Okay.
You're
like,
there's still a
around the
gap
corner.
right here. So when they walk by, they have a chance to see you unless you completely okay.
Yep.
There we go. So you patiently wait until eventually you hear the
Holy
sound
cow, he's
Zombie
big.
over here.
of stompy feet going by. Thum, thum,
Ugh.
thum.
I smell.
Okay.
Well, once they're past, I'm gonna look at the zombie over here and say, "Hey, Veneral, can you make something happen to that zombie quietly?"
Yeah, like Nevaeh did.
What would I would? Oh, this one.
I mean, you have a bow,
I
right?
thought you were, for some reason, I thought you were talking about the one that Osbright was.
Keep moving just one when
Playing
I'm going
with.
to grab them all. Playing with? You mean Osric?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm going into necromancy.
I could convert you.
Rails.
No, I don't think you could.
Didn't that end up being like an anti-paladin or something?
You'd be an old breaker.
Or Black Card or whatever they're called, yeah.
Do you even have that in 2024?
I don't
Old breaker.
know.
Well, for this
think
game,
it
we
is
used in
one of them.
2014, so
Wow, did I
Yeah.
really? I have no bolts for my crossbow, apparently.
You could have
It was
20
like an
bolts.
oversight.
I remember
Okay.
saying if there's anything you want to grab,
Okay.
you would think to check your equipment.
He didn't want bolts for his crossbow.
Yeah, I don't want them. They're metal. They'll clink together and I'll be heard.
They'll just take up too much space. They're too heavy.
Who's missing? Is someone on top of someone else?
William disappeared.
Yeah.
Ah,
I
he
might be
was
on top
underneath.
Oh,
Haha.
Vanrill was on top of him. He's like, I don't know where William is. He's sitting on his
Next
shoulders.
to me, and then suddenly he disappeared. So I think he went under me.
Inside you.
Pieces.
Uh,
All right.
Now, William.
I'm not performing another song out of marriage.
Just might be safer if we wait for the patrol to go back the other way.
Okay,
Why?
yeah.
Just shoot it.
Or
Well, the patrol. He's talking about the
wait
big
for- yeah.
group.
Yeah, I can try and shoot this dude.
You can see a bit of a moat. There's like a small bridge that the patrol is about to cross. For if you can see the patrol from where you
I
are.
can see the patrol, yeah. Okay.
So there's a bridge there, which means unless you have a way to cross this little ditch moat thing, you kind of have to go to the bridge.
Right.
But you got a little time. It looks like the patrol's going to go right up to the castle.
Okay, yeah,
I
let's
want to go right up to the castle.
try to snipe this thing at the same time as
All right.
I'm getting my crossbow out as well. And
I'll give you each one shot before I roll initiative, or one round of actions, which would for
You
Vanrill's
get
what
advantage
shots.
because the target's unaware.
Yeah, that is true. $17 is a hit for 10 damage. 29 is a
Oh, there we go.
13 damage. All right, so he has to make a con save versus 14.
Also, because I'm over whatever
Dropped.
level it is.
Yeah,
Oh, did he lose? Okay.
you got him.
Say, get 2 attacks.
Right. Well, that's why I wanted to roll that first, because if he stopped at 1, you'd get a second shot. Crossbow bolt hits him in the ribs, and then an arrow takes him through the head, and he falls flat into the street.
okay.
Oh, there's another one to the left here.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I have line of sight over this corner, though. Even though I can see him on the map.
Yeah.
I don't think I can shoot him through.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, because for some reason the light only is on the roof. Weird.
Oh,
It's
then
on the upper roof. It's
Right.
a multi-floored thing. There's like a
Yep.
terrace or something here. So
Yeah, you're right.
he probably can't see us. So
Right. That's true.
I'm gonna sneak out and grab this body and drag it into the alleyway again.
Okay. All right. Scurry him back. What's your strength, William?
10?
Make athletics. Just gonna give me an idea how long. Okay, how long it takes you to drag him back? Because I can see you just like trying to slowly pull him backwards to throw zombies in.
Yeah.
I don't think the neck is wide enough on a bag hold.
the zombie whole thing.
I mean, it's a zombie. We could fold it.
You just like throw him, squeeze him in one limb at a time.
I'm
Yeah.
sure we could fold it into at least something small enough to fit.
It's like trying to get a couch through a door, and you just try
How do
to
you
bend the limbs just right.
zombies, or are they like soft, gooey zombies?
We just
Yeah,
save
they're
them for us
definitely
for
dry
later.
zombies at this point.
Oh,
Ugh.
see, so when we
Dry
fold it,
zombies
it's just
aren't
gonna
so-
fall to pieces. We can put the pieces in. It's fine.
Well, I mean, once you take them back out, you can just shake all the dust out. You don't have
Right,
to
right.
like wash the bag holding.
For us.
Well, that's good because we don't have to turn
Yeah.
it inside out either. So
I might need the parts. Who knows?
Where are you dragging him, William?
Yeah.
I'll drag him back into the alleyway we were in, and I'm kind of okay. So
William's drifting away again.
exploring a little bit, and then Well, it looks like there's other buildings off to the east that we can hide in behind.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and try and hit this one.
Which one? Ping it? Oh, the spotlight guy?
I guess I've taken over leading Osbright.
The one I'm picking.
Somebody has, but either that or you left me behind.
Raven is leading you.
That one.
I mean, I'm standing
Yep.
next to you, so I will gently put my
The guy,
hand
the
on
guy
your
with the
shoulder
spotlight close by is the one you're shooting at?
so that I can push you forward
This
step
one.
by step.
Oh, yeah.
Does he have a
Yep.
spotlight? Oh, he's
He
in
has
my-
the light. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. With Osbright, he can actually see the triangle of light when I move them.
Yep.
I don't know if the rest of you can see that.
Before, but not when he was.
Probably not.
When he's in my outer range of vision or whatever, but not my.
Yeah. when you're close.
Right.
Yeah, because it's nocturnal mode. I like that better because if I
Right.
leave it on just regular night vision, then there's no differentiation at all.
Jeremy, is this a path? Like, can I actually do this?
Where are you trying to go? I don't know what you're looking at. It's technically a building, but
Yeah, you're
I
on a
didn't- I
terrace
didn't-
on a second floor or something.
yeah, I didn't block the light. Unfortunately, that part of it for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay, so it's not like a pathway that leads around the house. Like
No, you'd have to go through
like
the
a
house.
wheelchair access ramp kind of thing. Okay.
No, yeah, that's just a terrace on the roof, and
second
then
floor balcony.
yeah.
Because that would be awesome, just jumping down from this terrace and then just like, slamming the zombie's head in the ground. Boom.
All right, so 27 and 24 is a total of 15 damage, which will drop the skeleton. It is lying in the street,
And it has a lamp.
and it has a lamp. Well, the lamp shatters when it hits the ground, so the light goes out.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right, well, now you can go get it easily.
Yes. Yeah.
I will help William drag this body.
Okay, what's your strength, Vanril?
Hold on. Oh, maybe not. My strength is 11.
All right, then
Dude,
I
you
need
guys
one of
both
you.
stronger
One
than
of
me,
you
okay?
gets an athletics with advantage.
Well, I'll try it.
You guys can do it singly, okay? I'm the one that needs help.
16? 16 is good enough. You each grab an arm and you drag it quickly into the alley. Osprey's just like around the corner, and occasionally they come back with a zombie or a skeleton. They just kind of toss it in a pile behind the building.
I'm not even sure if I see that. I just probably hear it.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not like you can set it on fire currently.
I mean, I'm sure there's some moonlight or something. It can't be completely.
No, because you're underneath that tree canopy now. It's like completely.
Oh.
It's almost as black as it can get outside.
Well, if we go to the east, we can probably hide behind some other buildings for
Yeah.
when the next.
So we gotta move to our next cover
Patrol.
location before the patrol comes back.
Well, they probably wouldn't see us behind that next building.
All right, take my hand. Let's go.
Right?
Where are you going?
See, I think this thing we're on right now might be a second floor.
No, I think that's actually street level.
Well,
It's
this
just
is
a little bit higher.
sidewalk here,
Yeah, because
And
that
then
goes
there's
up
a
these little
wall.
stairs here.
and then there's stair. Yeah, no, see that
And then up
stairs
to
that
here.
go up. It's weird. It's like a multi-leveled.
Well, I think this road is downward sloping. So I think this started out like a few steps above the street level, and then over here it's about a good height above the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're standing right now, William. We're technically like on the second story. Or
Yeah, where you're standing here is level with the roof of this building over here.
Right.
Uh,
Sweet,
Well,
let's
we
hop onto it.
Jump to the roof. No.
Probably let down a rope or something and just climb down. Also, too bad we have no dwarves or gnomes to detect the slope of the path going down. Oh wait, that's a second dead or first dead thing.
Okay, we got a zombie up here. It might be the patrol coming back. And we've got more zombies over here. So we can't... Well, William, stop.
Oh, yeah.
We can't really hide behind these buildings. We're going to get seen.
Okay, yeah.
If the
That's a
patrol
river
is
anyway.
down here while we're trying to deal with these zombies. Okay, great.
So, and the river is like 10 feet wide, 20 feet?
Looks like 10.
Yeah, it's about 10 feet.
So we might be able to jump it, but
7 feet or so. I'm going to say it's about a 10-foot drop down into the water too. So if you miss the drop, you're going to have to find a way to get out of the water.
How
Can I
strong
hear
is the
running
current?
water?
Yeah, you can hear the soft gurgle of running water.
Well, that should aid in our stealth rolls because they won't be able to hear us over the water. Unless we're really loud. Yeah, we might have to run back into that alley.
I mean, when I stub my foot, yeah, I'm going to be really loud.
I think we might have to run back into that alley. That patrol's going to come back.
okay. Yeah, let's do
Oh,
that
shit.
and then
It
wait.
might be too late already.
Single file, we could stand between here and the
Or we
river.
keep talking about it while the patrol's here.
Well, let's go back until
Come
the
on,
patrol
Osprey,
passes
follow me.
again.
There must be some light source at the beginning there, because now I'm like in complete darkness. So
Yeah, there were some torches, little
Go
torches that were giving
left.
dim light.
Follow the whisper of my voice.
Here's what I'll do. I'll turn on because you
no,
are
you
able
can
to
just move my token.
I was going to turn it up just a tad because you are the one with the stream. So is that a little bit better? Can you at least sort of see, kind of?
Yep. So we're moving back to the alley.
Is it still kind of dark though? So
It's
has that.
it's
Okay.
a little lighter.
Oh yeah. Okay. I just did your view. Good.
You're in plain view, Nevaeh.
Where's she? Oh yeah. You are. Yeah. Okay. So you're just gonna wait for it to go by again?
Yeah.
All right. So you wait a minute. And it comes into view, and then it moves on. And you wait a little bit longer to make sure it's around the corner. Okay.
Alright, I think now we go back and we'll have to fight those 3 zombies on the other side of the river.
I say we wait for them to try and cross the river to get to us.
Well, we can start with ranged and see what happens.
Tease them all. Nah, 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 nah.
All right. Well, let's do that.
Wait for the whole party to get in position.
God damn it! You'll see when you watch this back. But I was trying to move my token, and you opened the turn order right on top of my token.
Oh no!
Alright,
Oops.
I'm gonna try and take the one in the back here.
Well, I can only
Okay.
see one so far.
Well, we've got one. Got one.
I can see all 3.
Oh, there we go. I had to move the map.
If you're doing anything, roll initiative.
Okay. I want to start with the one in the back so that, like, once they're alerted to our presence, they'll, He's the furthest away. He's the closest to running away.
Yep.
To alert others, so.
So were there 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Osric or Nevaeh planning on doing anything to the zombies? Skeletons, actually?
I can't do anything without
well-
making noise.
Okay. No
I
quiet
will. I
cantrips?
will roll. I
No.
will roll, but I am going to hold action until they get across to our side.
Well, they may
They
not.
may not try to come across. They might just
I mean,
try
that's
and-
true. I don't have.
Well, you can
anything-
roll anyway, just to see. All right. So 18, William.
Hold on.
I'm not gonna roll their turns until after the first round.
How fast is the water current even? Is it something you'd have to struggle in, or
It doesn't look that strong.
so I could take my time to just slowly, like, walk right into the stream and cross the river.
Well, you've got to go down 10 feet to get to the
Right.
stream and then climb
Right.
back up.
That's why I'm going to wait to see if they try to cross it, because I don't think they'll be able to get back up.
I'll do that. I'll cross down here.
All right. So you need to make an athletics to climb the other side.
Hmm.
And a stealth check to remain unhidden while you're doing it, because and I'd say stealth with disadvantage because you're
Right.
climbing, loose rock and mud.
Start with the stealth check.
Okay. Pretty good.
And athletics.
Yeah, athletics. Climbing is athletics.
This is going to be the hard one.
Yep. You are in the stream, and you're having trouble finding something to grab onto to climb. See, acrobatics would be if you had a rope.
Just got to let a current take you down to here, so
Well,
you can grab onto the branch.
It's not moving fast enough to push you. It's just some running water. Good to throw a vampire in, but otherwise...
Foreshadowing.
Does everyone know why vampires don't like water elementals that take the dash action?
Because it's
It's
moving
running
water.
water.
It's running water.
Nice.
Of course.
Ooh. Especially if you blessed the water elemental.
Oh,
Running
running
holy
holy water.
All right.
It's even worse.
So, are you
That'd be
guys
kinda
going
cool.
to engage or wait for me to try and get out of the other side?
Oh, we want to wait. Can we try to get Osbright across as well, or he's not going to be able?
Falling in the water.
He's going to be.
No,
he's gonna
I am
be
going to go
pretty
stand
loud.
by this
Athletics
gravestone
at
over here.
disadvantage?
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, he
I'm
might
going to
have
move
better
forward
luck
and I'm going
jumping
to
across,
have them
but
come
he's-
to me. So there.
So
Well,
you
do
want
they
them to see
have
you?
bows?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not going to be quiet. Clank, 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 clank.
Well, how about once you get up there on the other side, then we can have Osbright jump and engage them. Unless Osbright
That
has
sounds like
a
a better
range.
plan. Initiate combat. Wait for me to catch up.
Okay.
I think we're initiating combat once you jump.
I can't even see where I'm jumping.
So you want another?
Yeah, you're trusting him to
stealth
jump in the
roll
darkness.
You're like, all right, stop there. Now jump 5 feet.
2 steps and leap. Wow! He disappears into the ditch. Ah, he went 3 steps.
Have anyone jumped in the darkness? That sounds
No, and
scary.
I don't think I could. Yeah, that sounds terrifying.
Well, I could.
And then fighting in the dark. Everything's gonna be just Osbright swinging at shadows.
Well, I mean, for 4 rounds, I can use Divine Sense. I suppose that's an
Well, I could cast light, and maybe they wouldn't see.
So do you want another stealth check?
Yes,
and-
stealth before your athletics every time. Yep. That's not disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, let me just roll again.
Okay. And now your athletics. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
So
I
you
mean,
can get onto the shore with that and get up
it's
to
an
there.
action, and I would know what they are to the end of my next round. So I'd have to Divine Sense, attack my next action, then use Divine Sense again.
Oh, jeez. All right, so you are on the shore.
I am ready to engage. I just want to make sure somebody's over here, so if they decide to run...
I'm ready to Eldritch Blast 2 of them. Let's go.
Well, we could throw a rope to you, actually.
I
Would
thought
that
you were going
help?
to say you could throw me.
Yeah, we're all gonna pick you up.
No one tosses
Heave!
an Osbright.
Well, I'm not a gnome this time.
You can toss me rope, and then Osbright can follow the rope.
Mm.
If I use locate
one.
objects on their
Yeah.
weapon, would that give me enough of a position to strike them?
I think you'd still be striking
What
with
if-
disadvantage because you
what
can't
if-
see your target.
What if he does locate object, and the object is an arrow I shoot into the enemy?
I am not using locate object. I didn't mean to cast it.
Yeah. Oops. All right. Is anyone initiating? William, it is your turn. You see Vanderl on the shore. Are you going to do anything?
Well, first I'm going to throw him a rope so he can fasten it to a tree or something on the other side, so we have a line.
What is your intention with the rope? Because if you think
I think
Osbright
it's-
in full armor is going to be able to go hand over hand on a regular rope across a gap, I'm
I
thinking
think
that's
it's
not
a
realistic.
guide for his blindness.
I would
But
say all of you
He might
just
be fine.
initiate combat on that side, and I'm going to take a turn or two to get across somehow. Or get swept away in the river.
Oh.
You should be fine just jumping across.
I mean, your distance is what? Your strength score in feet? As long as you have a 10-foot run. Yes, as long as you have a 10-foot running jump,
yeah,
you
but
can
again,
clear this.
in darkness.
But you can't see what you're doing. Yeah, exactly.
Like, where is the edge? How far can I jump before the edge is no longer there?
Meanwhile, I'm continuing to move the patrol, so it will come back at some point while you guys are discussing what
Okay.
you want to do.
Just all of you,
Well,
just
yeah,
go take
you're
the
at
three
top
guys out. I'm
initiative.
not going to be in this combat.
Okay, I could cast light on a crossbow bolt and then shoot one of them, and then
That's
that
two
would
actions.
help you see the area.
And they'll see the crossbow bolt before you get to shoot it.
True, I guess.
Just open up the
Okay.
crossbow.
Yeah, I guess let's just shoot them for now. So, okay, I will start. Do I have advantage on the first hit?
Yes. Apparently, I still have that mod running, Jamie, because it said you're concentrating on locate object.
Yeah, I
So I get the pink dot off of you.
All I did is click on it and it.
Yeah, if you click on the spell, it thinks you cast it. Yeah.
Ooh,
Which means when you take
okay.
damage, it's gonna 22 is a hit. 4 damage is minor damage. You don't get multiple attacks, right?
Nope.
Okay, so
That's my turn.
all right, Vanril.
Gonna start with the one in the back.
Yep.
Oof.
You can get advantage on your first shot on him because he's just now realizing something's going on. 23 is a good hit for 8 damage. Second shot drops a zombie.
All right,
That's your turn.
that's my turn.
Nevaeh.
Lady.
Okay, so yes, I'm gonna do it. Eldritch
You
Blast
can
is
Eldritch
Blast is instantaneous.
Yeah, it's basically
So-
a force bullet.
Exactly. I mean, crackling energy. It doesn't have to make a sound, but and it doesn't say it does, but it doesn't say it doesn't. But anyway, it does say
Right.
to make a separate attack roll for each
Worried
beam, and I am
about
of the
where
level where I
that
have 2
roll.
beams, so I'm going to do 1 to each of them.
Okay. So first one on the guy closest.
Yeah, the 45 and then the 55.
Yep. Don't roll with advantage because he knows you're. Well, he's turned around to see what's happening.
I thought Eldritch Blast was on. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's an attack roll. 16 is a hit, 5 damage. Does not kill him. There's a crackling snap of energy as a blue lightning light blast shoots across the gap and hits him. And the other one, you can have advantage on the second guy.
You want me to just roll again? Because I got 22 and 5.
Oh, the 22. Yeah, just roll once again.
Are you putting it on the second guy, or can you put him on the same guy?
You can put him on the same guy if you want.
We can. It
He might be
says...
dead
Alright.
if you put him on the same guy.
Well, it's too bad. She said she was splitting it, and then she fires it. Alright, so now I'm going to add them to the tracker, and we'll go to the top of the round.
I could do this all day.
Okay, and we will descending order, and the skeleton, this one, the second one you shot, is going to shoot back at you because you're the one who shot him, and you're the only one he sees right now. He's going to short bow at you, thwap, with a big miss. Big whiff. Regular
I was gonna
skeletons.
say, I dodged.
10's crazy. All right, William.
Good thing they're not Murlocs. They'd run away. Okay, I'll shoot the one I shot at last time.
Okay.
Oof.
That is a hit. No, wait, no, skeletons, that's a miss. Zombies, that's a hit.
Okay, so that's my turn.
All right, that skeleton is gonna also shoot at Nevaeh because she's closer.
Yeah, I don't
Wow,
think I
okay.
have line of sight to the one in the back.
Terrible rolls. I think roll 20 doesn't like me tonight. Vanril,
I'm
would you
okay
like
with
to
that.
do something? This is all difficult terrain between you and them, Vanril.
Okay.
All that loose rock and gravel and shit.
Running it across all of them.
Okay, I was just saying.
I'm just moving up here
Okay.
because I don't think I can see him from where I was because of this.
No.
little
Yeah,
house.
probably not. Yeah, fair.
So I'm gonna put the first shot on this dude and then the second one on the other dude.
Okay. That drops the first guy. And that does not drop the second guy. Make sure you keep a track how many arrows you use up. Alright, Nevaeh.
Alright, we'll just blast that last one.
Okay.
I'm sure the beams will go right around Vanril, so it's fine.
No advantage,
I only
just
have
yep.
10 arrows.
Wow! One damage, that's all he had, that kills him.
Oh, well, thank God!
It's like your Eldritch Blast just misses the skeleton, but it pushes Vanril's arrow a little bit in further, which is enough.
Oh, there you go.
Would I have started with a full quiver?
Yeah, you would have. You would have restocked before you left. Alright, you're on the other side. You've got 3 dead skeletons.
Okay, I think I'm going to cast light on a crossbow bolt and fire it at kind of this area down here so that it can help Osbright jump to it.
Donk. Oops, did I put that in the wrong layer?
Yay, the map is surrounded by a gray area.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Yeah, 2020. Okay. I do like that they added that to Roll20. You can just plop a light down somewhere and it does the light spell radius.
If we're quick enough, I think the coast is clear here.
Alright,
Okay.
attempt to jump across.
We're trying to get up here, right, Jeremy?
Where? You're trying to get up to... Yep, exactly there.
I don't think I'll be able to jump across.
What's your strength?
8.
Rope.
Depends on where you jump. I mean, it's kind of hard to get a 10-foot run with all these statues and things here, too.
Okay, yeah, I think I'll throw one end of my rope to Vanril and
If we go to here, the gap seems to be a little bit closer.
Like 5 feet, yeah.
okay.
So I'm going to try to jump from here.
What's the standing long jump distance? Is there a standing long jump?
There should
Not
be.
the spell. Not the spell, the rules.
Standing long jump spell.
Movement, jumping. Well, there's just the spell, jump.
Right.
Long jump, high jump. Each foot. When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet before the jump. Yeah, what if you don't?
There's a feat that lets you do it, but otherwise I don't think you can.
Well,
Can't jump without
you
a
could
running
back
spell.
up to about here and then run and jump like that.
All right, so I'm going to make it an athletics roll because not so much the jump distance, but it's the lead up without tripping over. Actually, acrobatics you could use because you're trying to
I don't want
get a
that
run without tripping. You can use either one because you're trying to avoid tripping over gravestones and stuff on your run for your jump.
What's his DC?
I was
We'll see.
yeah. Well, William's over. You have no problem. Nevaeh,
Apparently I
you're
rolled a
down.
1.
Yeah, you're down in the water. You failed the jump. In fact, you didn't jump because you run and you judged your jump a little too late and slid down the bank into the water before you even tried to jump. Osbert, you're across.
Told you I didn't want to go in the water.
Oh, are you okay?
Alright, so athletics to get back up then?
Yeah, it is
Can I
athletics to
pull her up?
climb. You can. Well, you don't need to.
Okay.
She's wet and a little muddy, but
And a little-
otherwise
Myself?
you're not glamorous at the moment.
How about Osric?
Osric
Yeah.
hasn't rolled anything yet. I'm waiting to see
Would I
what
be
he's
able
doing.
to jump to here?
You'd have to get
Feasibly?
that 10. You'd have to get that 10 foot of run up. But if you can make either athletics or acrobatics, and I'll let you do it.
All right.
There's
If you make
kind
other
of-
DC,
I know.
right? You're kind of just lining up a run.
Nope.
That you're in the
I'm
water.
swimming.
Thump splash.
Raven got across, no problem.
Yeah, Raven's fine.
It's on the other side and it goes.
Your raven is definitely laughing at you.
You need assistance? Can I pull him up?
Yeah, it'd be athletics with an advantage because he can help you. He's reaching his hand down. You're reaching your hand up.
Is he making the roll?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm making it. Oh, I thought
Yes. Make an athletics with advantage, please.
good because my.
You're the one doing the climbing.
True.
Okay. Yeah. You grab his hand. You get up enough to grab his hand, and then he hauls you up the rest of the way. You are all on the other shore.
Okay. I'm gonna get behind these buildings here relative to the...
Yeah, it's a clear shot. I mean, it's not a straight shot, but it's no obstacles, no enemies.
Right.
As long as
There's
we
a river
don't
between
stop
us
to
now. I'm in a
play in
gorge.
the tombstones. There's a couple on the other side here, but
They seem to not care much.
And I will end my light on the crossbow bolt and pick it up again.
Okay. Okay, because I can't let you leave this map without a cool fight. As you get to the end of the path, you notice to the north there's a large mass of knotted vegetation. It looks kind of like plant growth or something. Most of you can see it up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of pulses with a something. It's just not
Evil?
right. Yes. And as you are cautiously approaching toward where the road starts looping up toward the castle, the plant begins to kind of throb and pulse a little bit more than normal. And then it just spews forth just a pile of zombie parts, which then kind of animate and start to roll in your direction.
I want to do that.
oh,
The trash heap has spoken.
Called a zombie clot.
That is so gross.
I know. I think I got it from some book that Roll20 gave me. It was like Kobold Fight Club's Tome of Beasts or some shit. It's gross. And I love it.
Oh, how's that for a name?
Wow. That is good. That is
I have
really
the alert
yummy.
feet.
Mm.
All right, I better look at what I want to do then.
Yep, because you're first. You sense that, like, tremor sense or something in the ground picked you up and decided to send this glob of nasty after you.
Flamethrower. Ballistic.
Oh, it doesn't eat or drink or sleep. Okay, that's good to know.
That's in 5 feet. Okay.
After all the effort we went through to sneak through the...
You got past a lot that patrol, which would have been a big trouble.
I mean, we're still on the map with the patrol.
You're right. That is true. And at the end of each round, I'll probably advance it a few squares. Ticking timer.
Yep, I know what I want to do. I'm just doing it now.
All right.
Sent it on him.
Woo! A cloud of zombies you would think has a terrible dex, and it does, but I rolled an 18. So it still takes 14 damage, which is still a lot. Boom. Does it have any kind of... No vulnerability to fire or anything like that. Okay. William.
Okay.
For a moment, Osric just lights up the night, and I'm just going to go like this because there's like light there now.
They're on fire.
Things are aflame.
It's smoldering, yeah, and that plant knot is kind of licking with ash and flames.
Okay, well, I think I will cast Sacred Flame on them, so another dex save.
Another dex save. That is a fail. That is a 2. So 19 radiant damage. It kind of screeches. The thousands of zombie mouths all kind of let out a screech at the same time, and it's this horrifying noise.
I don't like that.
Are you moving, or are you done?
Yeah, I'm moving back a little, and I'm done.
Okay, Nevaeh, you're up. What do you got?
Okay, I was gonna do True Strike, but they are not close enough, so I would just do an Eldritch Blast.
Or 2.
Yeah, I have to roll for each hit, so...
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to hit. That's a hit. That's also a hit. 10 points. All right. Osbright.
Yeah. I'm going to...
BRB GGP.
BRB GGP.
And then I'm going to dash. Yep. All the way up.
Uh-oh.
Wow, nice.
That is my action, apparently.
Okay, Vanril. Zombie Clot's really slow.
There's Mark. Just gives me an extra d6 on, I think, one of my attacks.
Yeah, I believe so. 19 is a hit. 11 is a miss.
And the extra d6.
Okay. All right,
So
the zombie
12.
clot. Yeah, I got it. Nope, not yet. Okay. It's going to slam Osbright because Osbright has rushed up to it. 2 slams, 1 and 2. The first one hits armor class 15, which is a miss, and the second one is armor class 16, which is also a miss. You are the right one to be up in front. And that makes it Osric's turn.
Osric is going to do Raven
Another
Fury.
fireball.
No, not now. Ray, Feeble Man is not in my attacks, I guess.
Hmm.
So I guess it's a ranged spell attack. So
Right.
Ray of
Concentration
Unbeatable.
up to 1 minute.
why does it say spell saved? Oh, it's if I hit. Okay.
Well,
I like
every
this.
spell has a spell save DC added to it, even if you don't need it.
Oh,
But it can
okay.
make a con to resist.
How do I roll a spell attack? I guess I'll just use Ray of Frost. And we'll
Yeah, I
call
was gonna
that.
say any other spell will do it. 12's a
Well,
hit.
Okay. He does half damage on his attacks that use strength. Weapon attacks that use strength.
Oh.
At the end of his turns, he can make a con save against the spell, and on a success it ends.
Okay. All right.
That's it for me.
So he's gonna have put a little that on him. All right, William.
Okay. Fireball.
That's a hit. 21.
And that's it for me.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to, let's see. Oh, it's Nevaeh. She's still at the bathroom, so I'm just gonna like an Eldritch Blast for her.
DLC Nevaeh.
Yep, DLC Nevaeh rolls Eldritch Blast. And we'll go 1 and 2. And that is 2 hits for 8. Thwap. Oh yeah, I gotta do that. And Osbright. Osbright, starting your turn within 10 feet of the creature, it stinks. I need a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
EJ, I rolled 2 Eldritch Blasts for you.
Perfect.
Constitution save, no problem. It stinks, but you don't care. You've smelled worse.
I have smelled William's sock drawer.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hit it with my longsword,
Okay. That's a hit.
and I'm also gonna divine smite it.
Ooh, alright. 9 more damage.
And then,
Okay.
Second attack.
So a hit.
And that's it.
Okay. Vanril.
I'm gonna move up here
Okay.
and
I should have given it legendary actions or something.
2.
Yeah. And that extra D6. Wow. Okay. The zombie clot is going to try to use its flesh and tomb ability on Osbright. It kind of rears up and a big section of it just kind of slams down where you are, and you need to make me a strength save, please. Ooh, no problem for you. So a piece of it breaks off. Just a chunk of zombie flesh is just trying to wrap around you and hold you in place, but you just kind of kick it away. And then the clot kind of reabsorbs it back onto it. And that is a cool ability, but it is lost on you, Mr. I have high strength and con.
It's considered to be a missed attack.
Yeah, I guess
Is
it
that
would
a
be.
melee attack?
It's not.
All right, then no.
It okay.
All right.
Yeah, you take bludgeoning damage and become entombed in dead flesh if you fail.
Sounds like a melee attack, but
Right, but it's just it
Right.
flings a detached clump of corpses. It's not a literal attack roll.
oh, it's detached.
Yeah. Osric.
I'm gonna just Ray of Frost now.
Okay. You still have enfeeblement. Well, yeah, I guess it's already applied.
Oh, he was supposed to make a con save at the end of his turn
Oh,
to see if he could end
to
it.
potentially resist it.
It's a 17 DC.
He fails. He is still
Enfeebled.
enfeebled, which is disadvantage, right? You said.
No,
the flesh return
half-
didn't apply to
half damage.
Oh, half damage.
Attacks.
Got it. Right. Okay.
So yeah, 24.
Ray of
for
Frost, is
12.
that slow as speed?
I think so.
Yeah, speed reduced by 10. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, William.
Is it speed 0 yet then?
Oh no, its speed is definitely not 0.
Okay.
You probably can't go in that knot of nasty plant. Chris. See you.
Wait,
Track.
what?
Vanra was
Oh.
plotting out a flanking
Oh.
position, but he'd be in the creepy plant.
I see.
Okay, trying to firebolt it, but might have missed. But
That is a miss.
that's my turn.
All right, Nevaeh.
I want to step forward just a smidge.
Okay.
So that's approximately 30 feet away.
Okay. True
So
strike.
there's that. But I have to concentrate on that for up to 1 round until my
Right,
next
but
turn.
it's just on your next turn you get advantage on the target.
Right. And since Eldritch Blast is an attack roll, I can do that.
Right, but it's already easy enough to hit.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't have to. I can just do this.
Yeah, I think they changed True Strike because no one used it because it's
Broken.
Because
it's kind of useless.
an
Yeah,
action.
it is kind of useless because you waste an action so you can get advantage next round.
You're
Alright,
better
well,
off just
I
attacking
can,
twice.
I can totally get rid of it then.
Yeah, well,
Maybe change it
next
out for
time.
another spell.
Yeah, not yet. When you level up next, you can swap it out. I'm looking to see what the new one does.
Okay, I rolled.
It was okay if you planned it right, where you're using a bonus action to do something.
Ah,
and then
the new version, you get an attack roll with the spell when you cast it.
That makes more
Wow.
sense.
The
That does
attack
make
uses
more
your
sense.
spellcasting ability for the attack and damage rolls instead of using strength or dex. Oh,
wow.
so you get a melee attack or whatever it is. You get an attack with a weapon, but you get advantage on it because. So it's kind of like Green Flame Blade or Booming Blade. It's a cantrip that gives you a weapon attack with advantage. Okay, yeah, that's better than it is.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hide your weapon.
No, so you'd still have to have a weapon out. It'd be good for like a hex blade or something, which is the same for those other 2 spells I listed. All right.
Sorry, it's only taking 3 points of force damage, but
Yeah,
I hit both
I
times.
saw it. I did. Okay.
And then I'm gonna move forward again.
Okay, Osbright. You need to make that con save again. There's nothing on here about being immune.
Son of
Seems no problem.
a 2 attacks, 21 and 25.
That's
18 points of
total of 18 points of damage. I had scrolled off because I was moving the patrol. All right. Any other actions?
Nope.
Vanro.
I'm gonna swap to the rapiers.
Okay.
I'm gonna move in.
Okay.
Attack 1.
It's a hit.
Attack 2.
Ooh, look at that. 18 points of damage. Okay.
And bonus action offhand attack.
Ooh, okay. Another 5. Slice.
And the d6 for Hunter's Mark.
Oh, jeez. Slow down.
And I'm gonna move back again
And then
with provoking
Yeah,
attack
no,
of
and that-
opportunity.
You will. It will try to slam you. It hit. Ooh. Okay. Scores a critical hit.
Awesome.
That's the bad news. The good news is he's enfeebled. So you only take 16 points of damage.
Only.
And it's his turn. And he's going to try to slam Osbright twice.
Is that a melee attack?
Yes, it is a melee attack, and the first one definitely missed. I rolled a
All
crit.
right. Before you continue,
Yes.
I am going to use Riposte,
Okay.
which allows me to use my reaction if a creature misses you to get a melee attack against it.
Okay. That's a hit. Takes 5 points.
Dex damage roll, and then Dex an extra d6 of damage.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. It is looking really, really, really bad. I mean, it already does. It's a gross clot of zombie parts, but considering that, it's looking like it's about to lose its structural integrity. Its second attack hits AC 17, which is a miss. You basically hold your shield up, and as a big pseudopod of zombie parts just come slamming down on you. Some of them rain past your shield and just lay on the ground inanimate. As Osric can go now.
Let's chill touch one more time. Not chill touch. The other thing.
Fireball?
Ray of that.
Not with you right there. I mean, if you want me to, I can.
I mean, your ray just hits it and it almost carves a hole through the middle, but it's still hanging on by a sinew or 20. Do you have any more actions before we go to William?
No, that's it.
All right, William, you're up.
Okay, I think I'll try. Where is it? Another sacred flame. So, Dex save.
That's a 3. So it looks like he takes all 15 points of damage, and with that, as your beam of holy radiance shoots out from your hand and hits it, every mouth in the clot all lets out a screech at once, and light shoots out of their eyes as the clot just kind of loses integrity altogether and just into a wet squelch all around you. There's no hiding this body.
All right,
Oh,
start
come
grabbing
on.
the pieces.
Yeah.
That bag of holding.
Let's go.
Well, they'll probably notice that.
Well, then let's get out of here.
So you rush into the castle? Or up the ramp and to the entranceway to the castle. The castle is quiet. And you don't see any sign of the... well, you see the wagon. It's just left out front. There's nobody around it. Where they went, you don't know. But there are no more foodstuffs in the wagon. There's a big open drawbridge. The front doors are closed. I mean, not drawbridge, portcullis gate. You can see the little, spikes above you. It's raised, but the doors are closed. What would you like to do?
Enter the castle.
All right. Push on the well-oiled hinges for some old ancient castle. And it opens immediately into a throne room that Chris Pitts is going to be familiar with because he built this with his new 3D programming thing. So no cheating, Chris. All right.
I see only darkness.
That's right. No one's on here yet. I forgot to put people on. All right, I'm going to open these doors.
It should be all the way at the bottom of the map.
Yep. You will be once I put you on here. Osric, Osbright, Nevea, William, Vanderl. Oops. Hold on a second. I'm going to bring you closer in. It's a very strangely proportioned map, so Vanderl's lizard and the 2 animals. So we go. Oh wait, that and Where
Bat?
is Lenore? Bat? I tried to watch that the other day, but I don't have Bethany's Hulu account anymore.
Oh,
All right, there is no light in this room, I don't think. Or maybe there are. Can anyone see anything? You're down here.
Yeah.
There were lights on either side of the hallway wall here.
Okay,
You
okay.
can see a little. there's a
Where
little
candles
one
are on, I
right there.
guess.
Oh, yep, there's some light.
yeah, I
So
can see in here.
Chris has this 3D mapping program that you can actually walk through this dungeon in third person or in first person view, or the throne room, which is kind of cool. But it exports the file in a format that Roll20 can import with the lighting.
Hmm.
So I asked for adjustments and made some changes of my own. So it's not like he knows everything that's to know. But it is a cute little interesting program, and I like it. It's neat. All right, you're in a hallway that leads to the throne room. It's a very strangely shaped interior, and you get the impression from, I forgot to mention it, on the outside of the castle. It looks like those plants have kind of invaded the walls of the castle themselves, and it's like they're almost in the process of terraforming the castle into a new shape, which has the end result that some of these rooms are shaped so strangely. They're not what the current human design motifs would be. If that makes sense.
It's alien,
Kind of alienish, yeah.
but not alien.
But you find a little foyer here
Ian.
with another set of doors and a bunch of windows, so you can see into the throne room from these windows. Which is part of the weirdness of it. I'll put Explorer mode on. And I will block movement.
Explorer.
Through the windows to the sides, you can see the torches along the outer walls. They seem to be magical flames because they're also not consuming the candles. But you can't see past the doors, so I won't describe the next section until
Well,
you
I'll
open
open the door.
doors. But they are closed. You can open them. You should be able to click on them and open them. Yep. The center of the hall is dark, but at the far end of the hallway, you see a throne with lighting placed such that someone approaching the throne will be illuminated, but the person on the throne is in shadow. And there is a person seated on the throne. There are exits.
Or an old guy.
There are some alcoves to the side. You can see the little archways.
Yeah, the windows are more noticeable than the doors.
But I will take the DM liberty, the video game liberty logic that all the doors and the hallways and stuff go to basically nowhere relevant. So you don't waste forever clicking on the 30,000 doors leading out of this room that go basically to nowhere.
All right, what's the play?
Oh, you're not gonna. And here I was gonna go along the edges and sneak around.
Can if you like.
To what end?
I'm just saying that open all these doors is going to get you nothing.
So, when there was nowhere else really to go in this castle?
The entry doors led to the throne room.
Ah, okay.
So if there's a dungeon entrance, it's
Under
somewhere.
the throne.
Like the latrine over the dining table.
Yeah, I know. It was an accident.
Were there any other entrances to the castle, or just this one?
Just this one that you saw.
Okay.
All right. Well,
The
what?
figure seated on the throne is moving every now and then.
Do you think this person you're looking for is being held captive here?
Probably. I mean, the food was taken here, and that seems like an important place where that Melvac guy is.
Melvok?
So
Yeah.
wouldn't we have to figure out a way to get below? Because
I say we just confront this guy.
I'm gonna make a
I'm not
stealth
scared.
roll.
What do you say, Chris? You're making a stealth roll?
Yeah.
Okay. You sure did.
Try and move around the right side.
Okay.
This may not be Malvok. It might be. Didn't they say the Queen of Durham was kind of under his sway?
Sure. But we're probably
Then
going to have to talk to her.
true.
All right. Let's go. And I'm going to walk in.
Okay. You step into the room, and your heavy metal boots echo throughout the hall as you stride in. The figure moves, but doesn't say anything immediately. And as you approach the throne, yep, it sure enough is a very old-looking woman with a crown, just kind of seated in a formal position as if she was holding court with nobody. And she's just kind of fixed gaze out past you.
Go as far as the steps.
Okay.
Still no response.
Not really.
somebody rave enfeeblemented her.
I'm gonna clear my throat.
When you make the sound like that, like a vocalization, then her eyes kind of go from being distant to like more pointed, and then they kind of swing down your direction, and she, a subject.
I am not your subject.
What? Oh,
I have come to petition you, though.
speak freely.
I believe you have a woman in your custody.
I'm in my custody. That might just be so. Yes, I believe I do.
A girl of this description, and I kind of wave my hand towards William to motion to give a description.
Well, a lady named Sheena, blonde hair, cleric of the Blessed Daughter.
At the mention of the Blessed Daughter, her face kind of frowns a little bit. She says, "No, surely not. No one like that would come here. No, you must be mistaken."
Again, this lady is in custody. She's being held here against her will.
Well, then surely she must have performed some offense, else she would not be locked up here.
If you excuse me, Your Majesty, but Where is your court?
That's a good question. I don't see very many these days. Just my consort, and he's absent today.
If
Are
I
we
may
positive she's human? Just
inquire,
looking at her?
but who is your consort?
He is the Lord Malvok, a most noble gentleman of esteemed breeding and noble birth.
Ew.
Is this Maya?
No, Maya's funeral was the beginning of TSNG too.
Oh. Yeah, Maya died.
This would be, I believe, Maya's grand niece, technically.
I lost my page.
I guess what I'm trying to get here is Alzheimer's.
Right. No, I get that. I lost.
Okay.
I lost.
I
where
wasn't sure.
was.
I wasn't sure if I was doing a good job of conveying
No, you got that. You got that.
Character or your players?
the character for sure.
Perhaps you have a sheriff or a sentinel that we can inquire about this prisoner.
Give me a persuasion roll with advantage. Because you are being very deferential and treating her like royalty, so I'm giving you
Well, I'm just gonna double down
the
on
edge.
that,
Okay.
and I'm going to let me make sure this is how it works as I remember. I'm going to use my channel divinity, emissary of peace,
Okay.
and I'm going to use a channel divinity to augment my presence with divine power. As
Ow.
a bonus action, I can grant myself a +5 to charisma persuasion checks.
Ooh, okay.
So, divine sense, persuasion, with advantage, with a +5, so that's 30.
She stands up. She's a little wobbly. Looks like she hasn't stood in a while, maybe. And she kind of steps forward. And she says, "You appear to be some form of a knight. Are you not a knight?"
I am a knight of the risen martyr, yes.
Oh, that's a good. No. There is a brief revulsion on her face at that mention.
According to the Holy Scripture, he was held in this very castle. Perhaps in this very dungeon.
Yeah, taking off a shirt, getting naked everywhere.
No, he didn't.
No, not Dark Stranger.
No, I remember this exact scene.
You're-
He used
Oh,
darkness
I'm
to-
thinking Regic. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, Regic. So out of character level, the Risen Martyr, Dark Stranger, and Regic, at least according to, I had to write this because we never finished the campaign, but those two foiled.
Are opposed to each other.
Right, but they had to stealth together to perform the last stages of the operation that would stop the villain from that season from getting his goals, which resulted in Dark Stranger getting killed because
he's a martyr.
Which is why he died. And then Regic was able to get the book, the holy evil book, and finish the ritual that the other guy had started. And that's why Regic is the trickster god now, because he completed what the other guy was trying to do. But the other guy, Fathius was his name, was Malvok's boss. And Malbach was poised to get all kinds of goodies once his master finished reading the book. So Malbach specifically has a hatred for the Dark Stranger and for Lady Lythe for reasons that are also connected somewhat. And so, because she listens to him a lot, she's just been fed just nonstop. They're bad, they're evil, they're awful. And so, when you mention that you're represent the Risen Martyr, there's this revulsion, and she just kind of steps back, like she's almost like, "Oh no!" And she says, Why have you come here?"
We have come for this prisoner.
I will have to
Free her to our custody, and we will leave.
I will have to speak with Malbach on this. This
Are
is...
you not the queen?
Ooh, make another persuasion with advantage. Ooh.
I'm going to use the divine sense again. Oh no, I get it's +5 for 10
Yeah, it
minutes.
lasts, right? Yeah, I was
10
gonna say
minutes.
it probably lasts a while.
And this is why we needed you, big brother.
Oh, shut up. All right, that'd be a 23.
She. You are so polite for one who follows such darkness.
We wish you no ill intent, but we are here for that prisoner.
What did this prisoner do? What is she to you?
She has something that we require. Maybe I shouldn't have said it like that.
No.
Well, see for yourself then.
She birthed a
And
very
she-
fine young man.
And she
who
kind
offers
of
to-
points toward the curtain behind her. Because this is all curtain, if you can't tell.
Oh, and you drop the curtain and it's an army of undead. Great.
Yeah, they just lined up back there. No, she just kind of gestures to the curtain behind her. She says, "Go, see if she is there."
wanna move
I
off to
care
the
not to
side.
check. Okay.
It's this whole back wall, right? This is a curtain.
Yep, the whole back wall. You can just push through the curtain, and I will push you through the curtain, and it's dark. Very, very dark.
A little help.
Nah, figure that out on your own. She likes you.
Oh,
Yoink.
fuck's sake.
Oh, wait. You want to go through or not? Let me move you through, because you can't otherwise. Yoink.
I'll cast a light on something on myself.
And we'll just go... I'll just do this. Boink. There's a light. You see 4 doors, but they're all kind of like set double doors. Actually, I will...
Oh, they must be in the middle.
Yeah, they're these doors. Vanderbilt standing next to a pair of them. Is everybody through? Yeah, you're all through.
Ooh, the stairs.
You see a set of stairs going down into a spooky dungeon. And because it's 9:30, I think that's a perfect place to stop. As you descend into the darkness.
Okay.
All right, Jamie, you may